Hey, Brain Control. Thanks for being here super early. I hope that you can be here too. Oops, hold on a second. I'm not looking at what I'm supposed to be looking at. Hello, Aether. Streamer luck is guaranteed. I'm actually pretty sure that it is. So this strategy I'm about to showcase, I tested it out during the week, and after doing my refining, my strategies, I actually got it to work on the very first attempt. And then I did like a couple more attempts, and it went pretty well on all future attempts. So I feel pretty good about this strategy. We'll see. I'm going to show you first the map, and then I'll talk to you about the units that I'm using. So the basis of the strategy, on Lunatic mode, normally I have Frederick start over here, and I have him and Virion block this choke point. But I was having a lot of trouble managing the flow of aggression on 3 lanes, and one thing I realized, if you look at my notes in the bottom left corner, you'll notice I wrote down that thieves will actually attack first before opening doors, and it's also important to know that mages and thieves attack before other enemies as well. What this means is that if you leave your units within range of this door, the thieves will attack your units on the right side and attack your units on the left side instead of opening the door to kill Emmeryn. And what this means is that you actually don't really need to guard the middle lane. What you actually want to happen is for Marth to die as soon as possible, which is funny, but you don't get any reward for keeping Marth alive. So what you really want to do is you actually want to protect the left lane and the right lane, and you need Marth to die as soon as possible so that the enemies will split up and attack your units, and you can enemy phase them. So in order to do that, I actually moved Frederick to the right side. I was originally using Kellum and Sully over here, because in my old strategy, I used to use them to bait out enemies into this corner to keep them away from the middle. But now I'm actually drawing enemies away from the middle over here anyway. And Kellum wasn't really helping. He's not strong enough. He doesn't have enough movement to really benefit. Whereas Lon'qu has access to the Levin Sword. The reason is because I did get the Archer Crom strategy to work. Because we're using Crom as an archer, we actually can give the Levin Sword to Lon'qu. So now we have 2 units who have 2 range attacks for chip damage. Lon'qu is just insanely good. He's basically shown up on every single attempt that I've done so far. Typically on turn 1, he helps a lot with clearing out these enemies over here. Frederick can basically hold this lane by himself. So all you really need to do is like have Robin start in the center and then slowly pull the enemies over to the left side. On the left side, we're going to be using Sumia and Crom. And then I also came up with a strategy where I used Maribelle for repositioning. Originally, I had Lon'qu over here, but I was only using him to reposition my other units, which was kind of a waste of his fighting ability. So what I did was I actually set up a second staff user. So I have a staff user for my right side team. Now on the left side, I have Maribelle taking Lon'qu's place. So not only is she good for repositioning, which is all I was using Lon'qu for, but she has more movement than Lon'qu, and she can use stabs. So it's just like a win-win situation. Another thing is that if you get inside here with Maribelle, you can actually rescue people from over the walls and pull them into the center where it's safe if you need to. So it's really, really useful to have Maribelle over here in the center. I'm going to be using Robin and Virion pair up because it's a really good pair up, and Virion's just a great unit. I'll showcase that on the first turn. And with that, I think we're pretty much ready to get started. We'll talk about the specific inventories for all of my characters, actually. So Crom, I had to forge a bronze bow onto him. He's extremely strength screwed. He's 3 points below where his strength is supposed to be. So I had to forge like a pretty powerful bronze bow. But normally, Archer Crom should work without needing to do that. Maybe you just need a strength tonic. The reason is because he needs just enough damage to kill this fellow right here. Sumia is going to be continuing to use the Killer Lance. I put a defense tonic in her inventory. What this does is it boosts her defense by 2 points for 1 battle. I really don't want to use it if I don't have to, but there's a situation where if she gets forced to fight one of these Cavaliers, and the Cavalier that she fights, so we'll take this guy for example, if she gets into a situation where she needs to fight this specific unit and he has counter, then she needs the defense tonic to stay alive so that she doesn't kill herself with counter damage. Have I ever played Project Fabes? Is that a ROM hack? I don't think I've played it yet. I'm planning to play Vision Quest though in the near future. We'll see. Tell me about it. And also thank you for coming to the stream. But yeah, if Sumia has to fight this specific guy, she needs the defense tonic to stay alive. So unfortunately, you have to spend 150 gold for that. On the right-hand side, Frederick is just loaded up with weapons. The hand axe, we might need to use. It depends on which enemies roll counter. The silver lance you need for turn 1. The Orson's hatchet, we're just going to try to use the rest of the charges if we can, so we can clear out our inventory. Sully is going to be pairing up with Frederick. If I was smarter, I would have gotten them to a C support before this chapter. I did not. Rickon actually hasn't really been doing very much. I'm trying to train him, but he just hasn't been helping as much as I would like, which is kind of funny because he should be better than Lon'qu at dealing ranged chip damage, but actually Lon'qu is even better even at that role. And then Lisa's just great. She's just a fantastic unit. All right, let's get started. I'm not going to check enemy skills. I don't really need to. Attempts on this map are extremely fast, so if I end up failing, then it's not really a big deal. I just fail. So typically what I will do is start over here. I put Sumia here, and then I have Crom shoot over this wall. If he gets the dual strike with Sumia, they will kill this guy. Okay, so this is this is the other reason why I used to have Lon'qu over here, because if that attack misses, you kind of need Lon'qu over here to keep Sumia alive. So we might need to just restart this attempt. Let me check to see. Actually, this actually hasn't happened on any of my previous attempts, but that's the streamer luck that Aether was talking about. Akihiko Sanada, thank you for coming to the stream. You hate this chapter, even off Lunatic. This, in my opinion, is the highest difficulty spike in Awakening. Chapter 5 itself by itself is a brutal chapter, but this chapter is like the Conquest, like the stream title says. It's like Conquest 10, basically. You need all hands on deck. You have multiple lanes with like powerful enemies swarming over your units. All right, this guy has 28 attack. Sumia can't survive, so we're just going to reset until we get this dual strike. I think I got it 6 attempts in a row before I started streaming, so presumably we're not going to have to reset over and over again just to get one dual strike. But who knows? This is also why you start with the dual strike, because if it fails, then you can just reset quickly. Killer Lance is great. It's the reason why we trained her up to C Lances. It's basically like almost as good as a Silver Lance. You get 2 chances to dual strike here, so it's extremely likely to happen, especially with even just the C support and Crom's dual strike plus. The Mila tree is the more brutal one for most people, although obviously you've got good strategies for it. Yeah, that's true. The Mila tree is pretty brutal. The reason I think this is just such a high difficulty spike, though, is because of the fact that you're supposed to protect 3 lanes. And at this point in the game, you really only have 1 unit, Frederick, who is capable of holding a lane. So, like, how can you hold 3 lanes with 1 unit? It's impossible for Frederick to be everywhere. At least with the Mila tree, you have a lot of good units. And you can even have, like, at least 1 Gale Force unit ready to boss skip if you really want to. Okay, this guy, we can actually fight him head on, which is good. If you get the opportunity, you definitely want to attack him head on. So first you got to check this thief. Okay, this thief having counter actually makes it so we can't attack him head on, but it's fine. I would say 90% of the time you won't be able to attack this guy head on. So you just have to do something like this. Just chip him down from range with these 2 units. And then next turn we're going to pair up Robin and Virion together. Okay, so here's the trick to this strategy. Maribelle stands here, and this will allow you to recruit Gaius on the next turn and reposition all of your units. The next thing you want to do is check these guys over here. If neither of these guys have counter, you can actually run in here with Frederick. This is the reason why I have Sully standing in this position. So what you do is you start like this. You go here. Silver Lance to one-shot this guy, unless he dodges. Vantage doesn't matter. It's actually fine if he dodges, come to think of it. It would be better if we hit him, but it's fine if he dodges. Okay, so what we're going to do now is switch to the Bronze Sword and then pair up. So now Frederick's going to fight all 3 of these guys on enemy phase, and then he's also going to draw this Dark Mage away from the center lane, which also helps with the pressure in the center. So this is actually the best opener for the right-hand side. If I killed this thief, it would have been better, but this is the best like enemy skill RNG for the right-hand side. If these enemies are in a position where Frederick can fight them. If this attempt fails, I'll show you what happens normally, because usually you don't. Usually at least one of these guys has counter. And then what I would do in this situation is move Lon'qu, Rickon, and Lisa forward. And we will see what happens on enemy phase. Okay, so the reason you put Crom over here is because Archer Crom can shoot over the wall. If you're not doing Archer Crom, you can use the Levin Sword. However, if you use the Levin Sword, then Lon'qu can't use the Levin Sword, so it's definitely a trade-off. That's fine. This is 100,000,000% fine. I kind of wish we could kill these guys, though. I think I need to give Frederick a better weapon. I'm surprised he's not one-rounding these guys. By the way, can you hear me very well today? I feel like I keep leaning into a position that's away from the microphone, And I'm sorry that I'm doing that, but I can't control myself. All right. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to check the status. And so the right-hand side is pretty good. Frederick is going to be able to hold this by himself. The next thing you want to do is check the status in the center and figure out what you need to do. So this character here is going to attack Lucina first. Then the thief is going to attack Lucina. Lucina will probably kill herself with counter, so there's a pretty good chance that Robin will actually end up fighting this enemy right here. If we wanted to keep Lucina alive, what we would do is attack the thief, but we actually want Lucina to die. If this guy... man, I'm getting really bad counter luck. If this guy doesn't have counter, you can move Robin here and fight this guy on enemy phase, but because this guy has counter, we can't move Robin there, so we have to do this. So we're going to go here. I'm going to move on to the pillar, I think. I don't think I can attack anything. I would love to be proactive here if I could, but I don't think I can, because if I hit this guy, Lucina won't kill herself with counter damage, and then she's going to be stealing all my enemy aggression. I just can't have her doing that. I'm going to try this. I haven't experimented with this yet. I didn't get this exact configuration on my previous runs, so we're just kind of steering from here. I'm pretty audible. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, so here's the Gaius recruitment strategy. Before I do that, actually, you know what? I'm going to post my stream links today. I was considering if I should do it or not. I think I will. I will be right back. Go here. And here. Because we pretty much got right into it today. This is not like Chapter 5 at all. Like, Chapter 5 is like reset over and over again until you get like a good turn 1 opener. This chapter is more like every attempt is just worth playing until you get one that wins, and it usually doesn't take very many attempts to win. Okay, so this is the strategy to recruit Gaius on turn 2. So you have to move Maribelle or whoever you're using for your repositioning unit. It can be either Maribelle, it can be Lon'qu, it can be whoever you want. You move them here on turn 1. On turn 2, you have Crom go here, talk, pair up. You switch over here. You give Crom to Sumia, and then Gaius pairs up with Maribelle. Now Maribelle can move Gaius wherever she needs to. He also gives +1 movement to whoever he pairs with, which gives you a ton of freedom on repositioning. You can kind of move him anywhere. You can even move Maribelle to the shiny spot if you want to, which I might consider doing. The next thing is that if Crom hasn't taken any damage yet, you want him to be in the lead so that he can kill this Elwind sorcerer. Now, if Crom has taken damage, you can leave Sumia in the lead, and I'll show you why. This guy actually only deals 14 damage to her, even with effective damage. In fact, because of the fact that this guy has Aegis Plus, I actually think it might be a better idea to keep Sumia in the lead so we deal more damage to him. So we would deal 14 plus 14 would only be 28. Or we can deal 14 plus 7 is 21. We can either deal 28 or 21 damage. Keeping Sumia in the lead deals more damage, but it costs a Javelin charge. I'd actually rather save Javelin charges. I gotta check where these guys can reach. Okay, they cannot reach Crom if I keep him right here. And then this guy can't get into melee range because he can't move through the wall. Again, this wall right here is one of the most important fixtures in this entire chapter. If you have to use the Levin sword with Crom, you can do that. It's even better if you can get him into Archer and just shoot over this wall for the entire battle. It's so good. It stops the mages from getting into one range with you. It allows you to enemy phase units on turn 1 that could like never reach your army otherwise. There's just so many reasons why this wall is just incredible, and it keeps these Cavaliers away from you for like a few extra turns. All right, I'm actually going to do this. I don't really need Gaius in the center right now. So I'm going to get Maribelle to pick something up. Superior Bow. I think it's A rank. B rank. I don't think even Varion is even close to B rank yet. No. We're not going to be able to use that bow for a while, if ever. Okay, so Panne is a little bit more tricky to figure out. I haven't really been implementing her into my strategy. I've just kind of been having her stand around. So if we get a couple failed attempts, we can maybe try and figure out through trial and error to see what Panne can do for us. Now we need to figure out the right-hand side. Hey, Brain Control. Thanks for stopping by. It looks like you were able to make it. All right, so we got 3 guys to deal with here, plus a Dark Mage. Honestly, I'm not really scared of anything here. I think I just need to back up 5 tiles and have Lisa heal me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lisa heal. Rickon just needs to back up so he can help with repositioning. Now the question is, should I have Lon'qu fight anything or anyone? I think there's a chance I could actually have Lon'qu fight this Dark Mage. And then the Brigand, the fighter, actually can't reach him because of this pillar. Is this worth doing? Is this worth 11 sword charges, or should I just have... I think this is actually worth doing, because it allows us to get chip damage onto this guy. Alright, so this guy should go for Lon'qu. So as you see, the Dark Mages move first. We could have gotten a crit there too. Oh, nice. 2 dual strikes and a crit. That was a little bit lucky, but not as lucky as you might imagine. We're very likely to get dual strikes with that pair up. We're very likely to get crits with the Killer Lance. And even if we didn't kill that guy, it was fine. Alright, so Frederick is wiping these guys that he injured last turn. We might just win this on the first attempt, honestly. This is going... we didn't even get the best luck. We got, like, below average luck. Alright, so Lucina should kill herself here. Now this Brigand should go for Robin, which is what we want. I should have equipped a sword, but I think I was... Ooh, nice, Varion. Let's go. I should have equipped a sword, but I was a little bit scared. If the Dark Mage attacked me, I wanted to be able to counter him. This is a fantastic turn 2. Incredible turn 2 opener. Alright, now we need to check these guys to see what Frederick can do against them. Unfortunately, they both have counter. When both of these guys have counter, it becomes a little bit difficult. You really have to think about how to deal with them. Especially because this guy is still alive, too. I could take him out with the Silver Lance, I think. Excuse me. Yeah, Lucina really... She usually weakens the Thief. That's not, like, too unexpected, but it definitely helps. Okay, so the problem is this guy having... Pavis, right? Yeah, Pavis. This guy having Pavis makes it hard to kill him. These two both having counter also makes it hard to kill them. I'm thinking of drawing them into the corner. The problem is, once we get into the corner, we don't have any more space to back up. And we can't protect all of these units with just Frederick. So what's the solution? I know there's a solution, I just have to figure out what it is. None of them have pass either. We can't... So normally if enemies have pass, it actually helps you out because it allows you to split them up. But none of these guys have pass. This guy has the worst combination of skills. Luna means he's going to deal insane damage to Frederick. And then Pavis means that Frederick's not going to deal very much damage to him. And then these two both having counter means we can't even keep our melee weapons equipped. I think I know what to do. I just don't want to do it. Yeah, this attempt feels like it might have hit a dead end, which is unfortunate because we got really good luck on both the left and right hand side. Alright, we're going to fight these guys. This guy doesn't have counter, so Sumia can fight him. The way you want to do it is like this. You're going to have the Killer Lance set up. This guy won't kill Sumia in one hit, and I believe he reaches this pillar, yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Sumia on this pillar with the Killer Lance, and then Crom's going to be supporting her. We're going to keep them separate for action economy next turn. It would be nice if I can move Maribelle over here and heal Crom as well, which I can do. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little worried about this right-hand side. This attempt might be dead. What strategy would I use to keep these units alive? It's honestly just an issue of like keeping them alive until we can peel these enemies away from them. But I don't know if I can actually do that. I think I would have to move Frederick out here and then move the other units back. But then the enemies might still be able to reach them. I think this tile might be safe. And this tile might be safe. The problem is these guys have overlap, so I can't pull... I would love it if I could pull just one of these guys away. That would be fantastic, but I don't think I can. I think if I pull my units back to safety, it also means that I can't keep them within range of these units. This is a tricky puzzle. I really think this run has already hit a dead end, but I would love to win on the first attempt, so I'm really thinking about as much as I can, which I know is probably not as fun as just watching straight gameplay, but Okay, the next question is, could Frederick survive fighting both of these guys? I don't think so. The next question is, could we use an anchor unit? And I think the answer is yes. I think we can keep him alive with an anchor unit. I'm gonna try. It's worth at least trying. So we'll deal 28 to ourselves, and then he'll deal 4 damage to us. That would kill us. Is there a way to kill him? We could kill him with the Silver Lance. 2 charges. I'm gonna try it. I think it's worth trying. So the way you want to do this is Frederick here. Silver Lance equipped. I'm going to use a Vulnerary just in case it helps in any way. I want Lon'qu to be in range of this Sorcerer, but behind Frederick. So that this guy, so Frederick is blocking this guy's path, but the Sorcerer can still hit him. So I think I want him standing here, but I'm scared because I think the Knight can reach that spot. He can. Okay. What about here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here. Yes, Lon'qu can reach that spot. Okay. Can I heal him to full? Yes, because heal touch is good and Lisa is good. Okay. I have some ideas about what I need to do, so I want to move Lon'qu over here. Lisa heals Lon'qu. Rickon, I would like to move him into this tile, which I believe is safe. And I'm correct about that. Okay, so here's what should happen. This is called anchoring. If it works the way that I think it's going to work, this Dark Mage is going to attack Lon'qu because he deals more damage to Lon'qu. He did that last turn, so he should do it again this turn, and Dark Mages move first. Lon'qu is going to chip him down. He has no chance of killing Lon'qu. Second, this enemy is going to attack us with a Steel Lance. We're going to hit him with a Silver Lance. And I think that we don't kill ourselves with counter. I think we'll survive with 1 HP. Then our second attack will kill him so that we don't take any counter damage. Then this guy will either run left or north, but he won't be able to reach us. So this team in the top right should be safe. You think the Vulnerary was necessary? Yeah, I think so too. I think he's going to deal 30. I think we're going to take 34 damage or 33 damage, and we were only on 30. We were only on 31 HP before, so we're going to survive with like 1 or 2 HP. But I think the strategy is 100% safe. The only reason this wouldn't be safe is if this guy attacks Frederick for some reason that I don't understand, because he attacked Lon'qu last turn. But we'll see. All right, now let's look at the center and see what we can do to get out of this mess in the center. So what we need to do, what we would love is for Robin to just sweep all of these enemies. Unfortunately, 3 of the melee attack range enemies all have counter. That's a problem in my life right now. I know we can definitely beat them. We can definitely beat them, but we have to get rid of these thieves as soon as possible. Particularly, we have to pull both of these thieves away this turn, because otherwise they will open this door and then Maribelle will die. So we need to put a unit within range of both of these thieves, and it has to be Robin. I just hate the fact that I can't deal any counter damage. I have to unequip my weapons. Can the thieves reach the other pillar? No, they can't. Okay, I'm going to stay here for this turn, and I'm going to use my Vuln. And I think this is okay. I'll just open this chest while I'm here. This attempt might be over, but I think we're in an okay position. These guys can't really deal a lot of damage to us. Yeah. Okay, he went for Frederick. We're probably dead. I don't know why he went for Lon'qu last turn and Frederick this turn, but it was at least worth a try. All right. That's a reset. Resets on this map are pretty fast. It's a 4-turn map. And the turns themselves are pretty quick, so I really think it's worth just playing out all attempts. We got kind of screwed there. So many enemies had counter. Counter is usually not that bad unless a bunch of enemies... Like, if one enemy has counter, it's usually not that bad. If a bunch of enemies have counter, you can still play around it, but it's just more difficult. And for some... I don't know why this guy chose to attack Frederick when he attacked Lon'qu on the previous turn. That really threw me off. All right, we're jumping right into the next attempt. If we're struggling with the map, I'm going to think about potentially replacing Rickon with somebody more useful. I just haven't figured out who that is yet. The main reason I would use him is to boost Lisa's magic stat, but I don't even need to do that because with Heal Touch, she just heals everybody to full anyway. Ooh, this is tricky. We might not be able to kill this guy on turn 1, but it's okay. It's just a 30-second reset if we can't. Okay, reset. That's fine. It's kind of funny. I mentioned I got that to work 6 times in a row before streaming, and then after streaming, it's failed 2 out of 3 times. I don't know. If you have any ideas for a unit that could be useful to put on the right side other than Rickon, let me know. Because I am curious if anybody can come up with any good strategies. Oh my god. Again? Really? Okay. Well, we're going for crits here. Crit? No. Reset. 3 out of 4 fails. I promise this strategy is way more consistent than it looks. The good old showcase effect. Yep, and there we go. He just got Aegis 3 times in a row. This specific enemy who has never gotten Aegis on any of my attempts when I was doing research for this chapter. He never got Aegis on any of my previous attempts. As soon as I started streaming, he just got it 3 times in a row. We're going for crits again, I guess. Crit, please. Sumia? No? Okay. Oh, by the way, welcome to the stream, QS. I don't think I've seen you here before. I'm pretty sure you're a new face. How are you doing today? This guy's making me want to just do quick resets where I check for skills. Please, no. Okay, here we go. We're fine. Now watch this be the one time we don't get any dual strikes. We all know the rules. While you're streaming, your RNG seed hits all the bad results. It's either that or like the insanely... Oh, now she gets the crit. Come on, Sumia. Come on, you're just trolling me at this point. That that grinds my gears. Okay, this guy... Okay, so he will hit Crom for sure because he has Nosferatu. The reason this is really good, the reason fighting this guy on turn 1 enemy phase is good is because he has Nosferatu. He attacks Crom first, and then we kill him in retaliation. This means that Nosferatu doesn't benefit him at all because it won't heal any damage because he's attacking us first. Okay, neither of these guys have counter again. We got really lucky. We got really lucky with counter luck. Okay, so we should kill this guy. It's not going to be like last time, I promise. Vantage doesn't matter. Okay, now we're in a much better position. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? Give better sword to Frederick. All right. Because he probably won't be able to sweep these guys on enemy phase, and it would be fantastic if he could. But he can't, because I gave him the bronze sword because I wanted to conserve iron sword charges, which is stupid. I don't need to do that. I wonder if I can pull this guy with Lon'qu. Is that actually worth it? Let me think. It's probably better to have Frederick fight them. Well, the benefit of pulling him with Lon'qu is that we don't have to deal with him next turn. Plus, it would give Lon'qu some experience. Excuse me. Yeah, let's do Lon'qu. Fire Tome should be fine. It does waste Killing Edge charges, but we've got plenty. In fact, actually, we just use a Roy's Blade here. I'm pretty sure he doubles these guys naturally. Yeah, he does. Dude, Lon'qu is insane. He's absolutely crazy. Remember, this is my no grinding file. I have not grinded at all. Lon'qu is just doubling enemies out here, like, no investment. He just joins as an absolute Chad. Okay. Yeah, so this guy right here, you almost never get the opportunity to stand in this tile. If you can stand in this tile, it's really good to do it. This time we can't do it because he has Hawkeye. It's totally fine if you can't. It's just something I want to, just in case. Like if you're using this showcase to build your own strategies, if you get a situation where this guy, if Robin can dodge this guy's attack and then this thief doesn't have counter, you need both of those things to be true, which in this case neither of them are true. But if Robin could dodge this guy's attack and fight this thief without taking counter damage, you could have Robin stand here and fight the thief on enemy phase turn 1, which is really good. If not, you just have Robin attack from here and just get rid of this guy. Being able to double naturally on this difficulty does seem quite impressive. Dude, he has 15 speed. Frederick has 15 speed as a promoted level 7 unit. It's crazy how good he is. I'm going to go over the strategy again because I talked about it at the beginning of the stream. You have Maribelle stand right here. This allows you to recruit Gaius next turn and then end the turn with Crom and Sumia standing wherever you want them. You can use any unit for this. Maribelle's really good because she's on a horse. And she can also serve as your staff unit on the left-hand side. Sick. Lon'qu chip damage. Alright, let's go Frederick. Ooh, nice silly dual strike. Alright, we're getting great right side RNG. Fantastic right side RNG. All my friends love this right side RNG. Okay, this guy's got counter again. That's fine. If only one of them has counter, we're like pretty okay. But we need to get rid of this guy before the Cavalier reaches us. So how do we do that? We want to go... I feel like this Cavalier can still reach me. Can he? No, he can't. Okay, so I can get into a position where I can fight this Dark Mage on enemy phase while the Cavalier can't reach me. Hopefully with Frederick, but I'm not sure about that. That could actually be tough to pull off. I don't really want Lon'qu to fight him because Lon'qu won't deal enough damage, and I'll waste 11 sword charges, which I kind of want to use the 11 sword. Yeah. You know what I should be doing? You know what I should be doing? I just realized. I should be sending Vake. Oh my god, this is so obvious. You send Vake to pair up with Lon'qu. Ricken's not doing anything. Okay. Remind that for next turn. Send Lon'qu. Brain Control is still here. Thanks for still being here. If I forget this on the next attempt, assuming if we don't win here, just somebody punish me severely. Ricken's not doing anything. Vake would be giving Lon'qu extra strength and defense. Okay. So how do we get rid of this guy and then also fight this guy? I think I have to use... I gotta do something that I don't want to do. Hold on. No. Okay, here we go. We should... I swear I'm gonna eat my own words, but I'm very sure that we can use anchoring this time. So let me try to use anchoring again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here. Frederick's gonna block this tile here. He's gonna keep the hand axe equipped so that he can fight the sorcerer on enemy phase. This guy has pass, which is actually a pretty big problem. It's not the end of the world, but it's kind of annoying because it means Lisa can't heal Frederick, which means I should have used the Vulnerary, but I didn't notice. Yeah, Vake plus Lon'qu. Better sword for Frederick, thank you. We actually love backseaters in this chat. Alright. So we're gonna have to do it this way. Here. And then here. This really annoys me because if Frederick dies because I didn't use that Vulnerary, that's gonna be really stupid because this could easily be a winning attempt. This is like the start of what looks like a winning attempt. Which doesn't surprise me, honestly. This strategy I came up with is really consistent. Alright, so what you do, you go here, pair up, move over, you transfer Crom over to Sumia, and then Gaius pairs up with Maribelle. Now she has an insane 8 movement. She can go anywhere that she wants. She can heal if she needs to. Crom cannot be reached by this thief no matter what. So what you can do is you can either have Crom or Sumia in this tile to fight this guy over the wall. In fact, what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to pull him over here. Yes, I see what I need to do. So with this configuration, what I actually should do is this. Heal Crom while I have... Oh, not rescue. Heal Crom while I have free actions. And then use Panne to split these two up. So this is like a much better iteration. Like last time we didn't really have anything for Panne or Gaius or Maribelle to do. So they just moved into the center. But here we're actually helping them, using them to help heal Crom back up to full while pulling this sorcerer further in. Okay, now we look at the center. We look at our center lane and see what's going on in the center. Okay, this guy is counter, but he's going to fight Lucina, so it doesn't matter. This guy is counter, which is annoying. This guy, please don't have counter. Okay, this guy does not have counter. This is really good. This is really good. This is extremely good. Okay, I think we can do this. If this doesn't work out, it's fine. I think it's worth testing. I'm gonna go with the Fire Tome because it's more accurate. I'm gonna chip this guy down, potentially kill him. Nice. So the reason you chip this guy is because on enemy phase, if he hits me and then I hit him back, I'll kill him, which means that I won't take counter damage. Or if I kill him, I just don't have to deal with him on enemy phase. Sumia survives Elwind. Lon'qu pulls this guy. So this is the anchoring strategy I was talking about. Lon'qu pulls that guy away from Frederick. This is an issue. They didn't kill Marth. That's fine. I'll figure it out. Okay, Frederick deals with this guy. Looks like we didn't need the full heal. Okay, yeah. Marth is dead. Good. Okay, player phase. So we need 2 units within range of these thieves, which can be Robin. The problem is we don't want to be in range of this guy. Or we can chip this guy, but then we'd have to take counter damage from this thief. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. The problem is the thieves move early in the action order, which means I can't stand here because this thief will run over and I'll kill myself with counter damage. But if I'm standing here, I'm in range of everything that I want to fight. But I actually don't want to fight this guy. But I have to fight. I have to stay in range of this guy, but I don't want to fight this guy. How do I do that? How do I solve that problem while also getting rid of this guy? I might have to do another strategy where Robin doesn't equip any weapons. I'm getting really unlucky with my center lane here. Alright, let's look at this. This guy having counter is really problematic. This is why you give the defense tonic to Sumia. Plus we gotta deal with this guy. There's a million things we need to do. Alright, let's fight this guy first. Let's slow... You know what we need to do? I think we need to turtle. I think we need to slowly move everyone to the center. So let's do that. Here should be fine. I don't think any of these guys... Oh, these guys can reach really far. But this guy doesn't have pass. So if I move Robin here with nothing equipped... This is so annoying. This opens up some safe space here. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, here, with Crom. Because Crom can fight this guy now. Yes. Crom here. Archer Crom is absolutely beyond based. Sumia behind him with the Killer Lance for dual strikes. Maribelle in the corner. She can reposition with her high movement while getting Maribelle back up to full health. Or close, Sumia back up to close to full health. Her stats don't matter at all. And then we're going to use Gaius to give bonus movement to Panne. Move the 2 of them over here. And I guess we'll just do this. Then we got to take a look at the right-hand side. 10 free experience points. Sure, why not? Okay. This guy's really annoying. Okay, let me see if I can figure out the calcs. The same calcs we did last turn to fight just this guy on enemy phase. Because now we don't have 2 enemies to fight. So we would do 30 damage total to ourselves. And Sumia can heal us for... She can heal us back up to full. So let's just do that. This guy's passed, so we don't need to calculate his attack range. We can just go right here. Silver Lance here. Mend. Okay, right-hand side should be fine. I'm a little worried about the center and the left-hand lane, unfortunately. Rickon, I like him standing here better, usually. Alright, let's see what happens. They went for Crom, that's fine. We got the Killer Lance, dual strike. Yeah. Nice crit. It didn't matter. We were alive anyway, but the crit keeps us on full health, which does help a little bit. I'm gonna put the Iron Lance in the convoy. I don't think I need it. Alright, so now our goal is to stop this thief from opening the door. Now, I haven't tested whether or not the thieves will prioritize attacking over opening doors if they can't actually attack. So I think that might be the time, right now might be the time to test that. So what we're going to do, I would love if I could get Robin over 1 more tile, but this guy having pass, he was actually able to block us. Alright, so what I'm going to do is go here. I'm going to use my Vuln. I'm probably going to take 3 attacks. Okay, I'm gonna see who has pass. This guy has pass. This guy has pass. So actually, I don't want this guy to reach me, so I want to keep him highlighted. This thief might open the door. I'm not sure. They think they can attack Robin, so they might move over here. Or if all the spaces around Robin are blocked, then they might open the door, in which case we'll get a game over. I never got pushed this far into the center in my previous attempts. Usually if you get this unlucky in the center, it's like already a game over. Alright, this guy having pass is extremely problematic. How do we deal with this situation? I need to keep enemies that can fight this thief on the outside of my... I need to build a pass barrier. I'll show you how to build a pass barrier now. What we need to do is we need to build a pass barrier while keeping enemies who can fight this thief on the outside of the barrier. So like this, Panne is good. We'll move Panne here. Gaius should be fine. He has similar stats to Panne, I believe. 15 speed, 5 defense. He has lower defense, lower HP though. This guy's 21 attack. He doesn't have counter, does he? No. 21 attack. Yeah, he can't kill us if he only has 21 attack. So we would move Gaius here. The problem is the thief can actually attack Emmerin. I didn't really consider that. Does she have a weapon? No. So we would want Maribelle standing here or here where she can't fight. Actually, hold on. Problem solved. Based Archer Crom. Always here to save the day. God, he's so good. Alright, Some Oak, good evening. Hey Mike, thanks for stopping by. Akihiko, can Panne and Sumiya block the bottom side? If I put Panne and Sumiya, I'm assuming you mean here. If I put Panne and Sumiya here, the enemies with pass would still be able to go through them, unfortunately. So you can't really rely on that. It's plus they probably get killed. But what we're going to do is we're going to go like this. And then this unit here only has one spot where he can stand now, which is right here. So if Sumiya moves here, he can no longer get past our team. For some reason they can reach Panne though still. Oh, the Dark Mages can shoot her over the wall. But I think she'll be fine. I think she can survive one attack. I think that actually the bigger issue is actually if Kron gets attacked. But I think he's fine too. We'll see. Alright, so next is this guy. I'd like to counter him with the Levin Sword, I think. Can I do that without drawing any other aggro? Yes, I can, in fact. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go Levin Sword, and this is a good example of why I love Sully as a support unit. Just transfer her right over to Lon'qu. Now Lon'qu gets the Sully benefit that Frederick was using before. Robin will be totally fine. We're using plus defense Robin. They're extremely tanky. I guess if like every one of those enemies had Luna and Hawkeye, then we would die. But other than that, we're like totally safe. All right, so I think our center lane is still pretty screwed. Okay, this is extremely valuable information. It looks like the thieves will still sit here and crowd around Robin instead of trying to open the door. So all we need to do now is get Frederick out of the corner and into the center where he can help clean up the rest of these troops. So let's do that next. Can Rickon take this guy? No. I really need a better sword for Frederick. Really do not let me forget next time. If Frederick had a better sword, this would be so important right now. Lon'qu can probably kill this guy though. Roy's Blade, not quite. Killing Edge, not quite. I could use the Erica Blade here. Is it worth it? It might be, actually. Alright, let's remember for the next time, we want Lon'qu to maybe use a Strength Tonic. Either that or we force the Killing Edge. We've been using the Killing Edge so much. We're getting so much value out of it. It really might be worth just putting 1 point of might on there. Yeah, Vake and Lon'qu on the right side. Better sword for Frederick. Thank you. I always find it funny how ranged weapons can pass through walls. Yeah, it is kind of weird, isn't it? Like, some walls make sense, like you could shoot over them. These walls do not make sense. I guess they're like shooting around the corner, like curved bullets. That's kind of cool. Okay, we want to take out these 2 units and get Frederick as far over as possible. So let's start working on that. Is there any world where Lon'qu fights this guy? I mean, this guy has like no chance of hitting Lon'qu, and we can fight him with the Killing Edge, right? I'm gonna go for it, just because this attempt is like kind of scuffed anyway. We need good luck to get out of this situation. We've already been backed into a corner. We need good luck to succeed. So I'm gonna go for the luckier strats. So we should be able to take out this guy with the bronze sword. Can Sully fight this guy? Steel Lance, 24 attack. He doesn't have any attack boosts. Sully has 20 HP plus 7 defense, so he can't one-shot her, but can he double her? 8 speed versus 11 speed. He can't double her either. I wonder if I pull Sully out and have her draw this guy out. I'm pretty sure I do. Bronze Lance. Actually, she can use the Finn's Lance. Let's use the Finn Lance. That gives me luck in defense too. Alright, Lisa over here. So our goal now is to keep the units in the center alive while getting Frederick and the others over to the center as fast as possible to help mop up these units before Validar reaches us. Usually, honestly, this is actually not how the map goes. Normally, you clear all of the lanes before Validar even gets over here. You have seen some hacks that have line of sight for ranged weapons so that they can't attack through walls. That's pretty interesting too. For which games? For Awakening or just like for other games or for all games? Let me reposition myself, by the way, while we're at it. Alright, so we got to keep Robin alive. I should have had... We kind of need to get Maribelle and Crom to switch positions now. Or we can have Robin back up. The problem is we got to deal with these pass units. This guy specifically, we really need to get rid of this guy. But if I get rid of him, who else has passed? This guy? Is that it? No. Oh god, there's no way we can stop all these pass units. I think we're kind of screwed. We got pushed too far into the center. Usually I don't get pushed this far back. It's hard to win from here because if even like 1 or 2 units have passed, they can just run in and kill Emmerin. Okay, let's try an adaptation of what we were doing last time. How far can this guy reach? Unfortunately, this guy can reach Emmerin. Does that mean he will attack Emmerin, though? Because if he will, that might actually be good for us. I'm gonna bank on the fact that this guy will attack Emmerin. The problem is we can't keep Robin alive for another turn without healing them either. There's like so much wrong with the current setup. I have some ideas. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I have actually a really good idea. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna try to kill this guy. Ideally, I'd love to kill him if I could. Did not kill him, of course. Why would you get a dual strike? You're literally dual strike, man. Okay. I need to start moving my units around, but also keeping my squishy units on the inside of the perimeter. While factoring in that because this guy is alive, there's like the enemies can cover so much of this interior range here. I don't think there's any way to keep all of these units alive anymore, but I want to at least try. So I think Robin here makes sense. I'm going to use my Vuln. Do any of the pass units have counter? This guy does, but he would die. This guy does. Oh my god, all of them have pass and counter too. These enemies are so annoying. Okay, we're going to keep our weapons unequipped. We're going to heal. Maribelle's going to come over here. She's going to heal us as much as she can. Sumia is going to go here. She's going to take away... No, she doesn't need to take away Crom's weapon because he can only counter at 2 range anyway. She's going to pair up with Crom to increase his chance of staying alive. Now here's the tricky part. I don't think we can protect Eberron at this point. But I'm just thinking, like, what is the way that I would maximize my chance of survival? I think it would be this. For evasion and dual guards. Okay, so I think we've lost, but I just want to see what happens here. What do they do? Okay, they go for Eberron. Good to know. They go for Eberron before anybody else. Mostly fan games. Has anyone here played Vision Quest? I want to try it soon. I've heard so many good things about it lately. I know it's been around for a while. I haven't played it. Alright. We're good to go. Oh, no. Stop. Check my notes. We want Vake on the right-hand side. We want Frederick to have better damage, and I'm thinking of giving a strength tonic to Lon'qu as well, although I think the Vake pair-up will give him the strength that he needs. So first of all, we're getting rid of this kid. Sorry, little bro. You're not really helping as much as you should be helping. Let's go Iron Axe. And honestly, Hammer too. Nah, the Hammer would be better if we forged hit rate onto it. Okay, Vake. Yes. Frederick. Which sword do we want? I think I have an extra Roy sword. I do, yeah. I'm gonna give the bronze sword. No, hold on. Sully has a bronze sword, right? She does. So I don't need to carry an extra bronze sword on Frederick because I can just trade with Sully, who I'm already paired up with. If I don't need the damage. I'm also gonna equip him with the Silver Lance, so I don't have to keep switching his weapon at the start of each turn. I'll do that for everybody. In fact, I'll make sure they have equipped the weapons that I want them to use on turn 1. Alright. Let's make sure Vake's in the right spot. This spot is fine. Alright, let's go for it. You've heard good things, but it's a wordy one. It looks like I'm better prepped this time. Oh, you mean like it has a lot of text? Like it has a lot of cutscenes and stuff? So people probably like it for the story. We'll go for the crit here. We probably won't get it. Crit. 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 No. We can miss a lot. We can't crit very often. We can miss plenty of times. We're still only about an hour in. We're making pretty good time. We've already had 2 attempts that almost succeeded. Okay, here we go. Finally, a good enemy skill configuration. This one is like, I will say though, despite this map being very hard, in my opinion, this is the first one where like you don't need to reset for skills, enemy skills, like almost at all. Like you just start the map and then whatever the skills the enemies happen to have, you just play it based on those conditions. This is why we forged the bronze bow, by the way. If Sumia gets just 1 dual strike and Crom hits twice, you can kill this guy like 100% of the time, which is very important. Even if he has hit point +5, I'm pretty sure. All right, this guy, Robin can dodge this guy's attack, and Robin cannot fight this guy because this guy's count. Oh my god, this guy. Yeah, you're almost never allowed to stand in this spot. You have to have like these both of these enemies have to have the perfect skills, and we're just not getting it. But it's like we shouldn't be getting it. It's not very likely, but it's still strange we haven't seen it a single time yet. If this guy has HP +5, you have to use the Thunder Tome. Back to dual strike and crit farming. Yeah, it's nowhere near as bad as Chapter 5 though. This one is like, you know, 5 out of every 6 attempts probably pass. All right, these guys still don't have counter rating. Really lucky with these guys over here. So we go here, Silver Lance to one-shot this guy. Okay, now with the Roy's Blade, we should be able to kill both of these guys on enemy phase, which is going to make a big difference. I'm going to equip the Bronze Sword on Sully, because it's going to have better accuracy against these axe fighters. I'm going to do actually what I did last time and put Lon'qu here with the Killing Edge, and Vake pair up with him to give him extra strength and defense. He should hit really hard. So this is the least reset needing chapter in the run. No, later on in the run, the game becomes extremely consistent. Like once we get past, once you get Lucina, like around that point in the game, once you enter the second half of the game, it becomes extremely consistent. I will be able to start a chapter without looking at any enemy skills and clear it on my first attempt. I guarantee you it will happen multiple times in the second half of the run. This game becomes extremely consistent, even on Lunatic Plus. Vake, no crits, no dual strikes. But I would say this is like the first chapter where like you don't have to reset over and over and over again, if that makes sense. All right, I'm thinking of, if we have to do this again, I'm thinking of letting Frederick just kill both of these axe fighters, because Lon'qu isn't really getting these kills, and it's just putting this fighter in a position where we don't want him. So I think it's not worth the hassle. We'll do anchoring again, though. So you go here. This guy, we're going to move right at the edge of his range with the hand axe equipped. And then we're going to move Lon'qu out here to anchor this guy. This guy's pass again, unfortunately, but we actually don't need Lisa to heal him this time, so it doesn't matter as much. So we're going to go here. Yes, here's fine. Keep the killing edge equipped. We really need crits here. What about Roy's Blade? What does the Roy Blade do? 7 damage. Yeah, I prefer crits. He doesn't even have Hawkeye, by the way. He just, like, naturally hit us. Crazy. Mend should be a full heal here. Low HP units, like Lon'qu, are easier to keep on full health. That is one advantage of low HP. Weird as it sounds. And we're going to pair up here. Gaius moves over. You pass to Sumia, and then you pair up with Maribelle. Now this guy, I think because he has Aegis, I want to... Oh, actually this is tricky. We ended up leaving both of these guys alive, which is kind of slows down your aggression on the left-hand side. Let me see if Sumia can dodge their attacks, because we might need to go for a lucky strategy here. 48%, 78%. If they both hit, we will die, though. And we can't benefit from terrain, because we're a flyer. I'm going to go for it. Yeah, I'm going to go for a lucky strategy here. Waste a few javelin charges in the worst case scenario. Do this. I think this should... Oh, that was a misplay. I wasn't really considering that he would be able to move further after I got out of his way. Okay, well, this attempt's probably over, but that was my fault. That was not the game's fault at all. No counter here. No counter here. I'll just show you what we would normally do in the center. I'm going to go with Thunder for crits. Nice. Yeah, this is the first chapter where, like, you don't need to reset over and over again for good luck. But later chapters will be even less reset heavy because they become extremely consistent. Okay, so Sumia probably would have dodged that attack because Maribelle dodged it, and they would have been using the same RN. The difference is that... Oh, come on, Marth. Please. The difference is that if Sumia had been the one to counter instead of Maribelle, then that enemy would be dead right now, which would be much better for us. So we got a little bit unlucky in that regard. Marth still being alive is also annoying. It makes these thieves extremely difficult to predict because you don't know which attacks are going to hit, which are going to miss, which are going to dodge. Like, the whole thing's a logistical nightmare now. The left-hand side is a complete mess. Yeah, this is what I was talking about before. You have 3 lanes to defend, and you only have 1 good unit. You have Frederick. He can't be in all 3 places at once. So you just have to, like, cobble together. Like, you just have to fight your way through just swarms of chaos. Which chapter is the least consistent? Chapter 5, for sure. It took us 4 hours to clear it in the last stream. We had to just reset over and over. Now, I have cleared Chapter 5 in, like, 1 to 2 hours, usually, if I get even just, like, decent luck. But we got really unlucky, and it took, like, 4 hours. And a lot of the time, a lot of those 4 hours was just resetting the first turn over and over again. And then once you get past the first turn, then the rest of the map is pretty consistent. But because that first turn is so inconsistent, it makes that map take forever. Especially on L+. Alright. Oh, God, do I even want to play out this attempt? It's disgusting. Marth is still alive. My left-hand side is in shambles. My right-hand side is decelerated because so many of these guys are still alive, and they all have counter. To to save time, I'm gonna reset here. This I can tell, I can recognize a bad attempt when I see one. That attempt is not worth playing out. We would waste another 10 minutes playing out that attempt, and then we would fail anyway. That's an extremely valuable skill to develop when you're playing Lunatic Plus, is to recognize when an attempt has failed and just restart. Save yourself 10 to 15 minutes. Get into the actual good, valid, possible to win attempts quicker. Okay. Left-hand side's looking good. The middle and right and player phase, turn 1 are like pretty consistent. Like it almost doesn't matter what happens on turn 1. Like, yes, you can get good outcomes and bad outcomes. I don't think we can stand next to him because he has counter. I'll check. We still haven't gotten good luck here in the center. I want to show off the center good luck, but we're just not getting it. There is a way to fight in this position right here, and then you can weaken the thief on enemy phase, but we're just not getting the luck. So far, all of our attempts have been like medium luck. I want to get one attempt that just has like slightly good luck. I've had attempts where I cleared out like all of these enemies by turn 3. Like every enemy that you see right here was already dead by turn 3. Why is Crom an archer? Because it's insanely good class in Lunatic Plus. In this map, if you can get him to archer before this map, he can shoot over this wall without having to waste 11 sword charges. And you want him to be an archer long term anyway, because it's a fantastic support class, and Crom is a fantastic support unit, basically. That's the logic, yeah. I talk about it a lot in the previous stream. I'll talk about it some more today, if I don't have a lot to talk about. But I kind of have a lot of other things to talk about. Like, for example, I just noticed... so one of these guys on the right has counter, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. So if this guy has counter, you can't do the strategy where Frederick runs in. So instead, what you need to do is this strategy, where he fights just the thief with the Sully pair up. Then you get Lisa behind him. I'll put Vake over here and Lon'qu here. So this is what like bad right-hand side RNG looks like, which is still extremely recoverable. You still one-shot the thief. You still end up with these two guys here. The major difference is that now you need Lon'qu to help mop up these units and then get into position to counter these guys. So what we want to do is, because this guy right here can reach all of these tiles, what we want is Frederick to be standing here, and ideally at full health with a silver lance, because of the fact that this guy has counter. So to facilitate that, what we're going to do is we're going to go for 11 sword shots like this. And we're going to be hoping to get dual strikes from Frederick. It's okay if we don't. In fact, we could actually take Sumia. That's probably worse. It's probably better to get help from Frederick rather than Sumia, I think. Alright, let's try this. No dual strikes, that's fine. So what you do from this position is you're going to trade... Hold on. This guy has pass. I think is fine. Can Vake fight these guys? He can. Okay. I think I see how to win. I think actually this is one of the examples where Vake is more useful than Rickon as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the Roy's Blade. We're going to equip Lon'qu with his Killing Edge. We're going to use the Roy's Blade to finish off this guy, because we can't kill this guy, because he has Pavis. So we're going to kill this guy instead. Totally fine. We're going to heal Frederick back up to full and equip him with the Silver Lance. Now the issue is going to be if for some reason these brigands choose to go after Frederick, he will kill himself with counter damage later. But I think they're going to go after either Lon'qu or Vake. Vake protects Lisa by standing in front of her. Lon'qu or Vake can fight this guy if needed. So one of these two will fight this brigand, and then this guy will run up here, and Frederick will kill him on enemy phase. So the right side is looking decent. The middle, is looking pretty atrocious, because now we have a lot of enemies to counter, plus this guy has counter as well. Okay, I want to deal as much damage to these guys as possible. I don't see a great way of doing that right now, because we can't predict what's going to happen to Lucina. There's too many enemies here. There's too much variance. I don't know for sure what's going to happen to Lucina, but I have to plan around it. So I think I have to stand at the edge of this guy's range to stop him from opening the door. So I'm going to stand here. What's better, Fire Tome or Sword? Fire Tome's better, actually. We need the Fire Tome. Well, hold on. How much damage can we get from Virion? 3? 15? He's going to hit us for 14 damage. I don't think he'll attack us either, which is... So this is kind of a waste of time, honestly. I'm planning out what will happen if this guy attacks us, but he's like definitely not going to attack us. I'm going to do this, just in case. This will allow us to chip down the thief on enemy phase if somehow he attacks us, and it stops him from opening the door because he sees a valid target within his range. Alright, left-hand side, same as always. We're going to recruit Gaius, pair up, pass to Sumia, join with Maribelle. Now, what is Crom's status? Crom can actually fight the Nosferatu guy this turn, so we're going to have him do that. I think this square is pretty safe. No, it's not, because this thief is here. Okay. So we're just going to do this. Bronze bow. I think if Sumia was standing here, we would actually be fine. I'm going to test it. This is worth testing. I want Sumia to be standing here. I think the Dark Mage still attacks Crom in this situation. And then we still kill him with our dual strike. These units, I'm just going to get them out of here. And I'll put Panne behind Robin just because there's no reason not to do it. Staff rank, that's not very good. Alright, let's see what happens. Okay, he does go for Sumia. Unfortunately, good to know. It's worth testing. Alright, this guy goes first. Man, I feel like I could have countered this Dark Mage if I knew that was going to happen. I absolutely could have. I should have gone with the Fire Tome. Alright, that's how the counter strategy should work with Frederick against these enemies. So that's a good example of how the counter strategy works. I wonder if Frederick having an Iron Lance would be good. I'm going to switch his Vulnerary for an Iron Lance. I like how we're still refining. Yeah, I know, we've already failed the 1 hour mark. I was guessing this was going to take about 2 hours, which is what most people voted as well, and it looks like it's going to take about 2 hours unless we get insanely unlucky from now on. Alright, I'm thinking of switching my Vulnerary for an Iron Lance, because this might help us deal less counter damage to ourselves at some point. And then we'll just give the Vuln to Sully, so that she can give it to Frederick if she needs to. In fact, I'm going to trade with Frederick, so he has more charges. Yes. Was there something else I wanted to do? I'm not thinking of anything. I can't think of anything. Nothing's coming to mind. It's actually interesting how specific the weapon needs are for various scenarios. It makes inventory management in other games look easy. Yeah, I was watching Actual Lizard's stream yesterday. He's playing not Lunatic Plus, but just regular Lunatic, and he was talking about how in early game Awakening, you don't actually get very many 1-2 range weapons, and it makes the like the Levin sword, if you get the free Levin sword, it makes your first javelin, like your first hand axe, really important because you only have a couple charges, and if you use them, it means you don't have them for like a while, like because you can't buy more, you're not going to get any more anytime soon. It's very interesting. Oh, we missed our dual strike. Okay. So did we save? I hope we saved. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to switch my inventory again. Well, I guess now's the time to find out. I don't think I saved. Yes, I did. Okay, cool. This is good. I think as long as this guy doesn't have Aegis, you can basically do this opener extremely consistently. I think I'll calculate the chance for this dual strike if people want me to do it. Now I want to do it just to see. It's not like super high, but it's not super low either. Hold on. Yeah, it's got a little bit higher than like a 70% chance of success. And honestly, it feels to me like it happens even more often than that. All right. So let's figure this out. Sumia here. Crom, dual strike. You always go for the dual strike first because if it doesn't go through, then you can just reset. You can quick reset. Like, that's the thing about Lunatic Plus is like attempts don't really take. Oh, this is tricky. This guy has a lot of dangerous skills. We actually might not be able to kill this guy. What happens if you can't kill this guy? I think I have to go for something like this. Very, very different from my normal opener. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen from here. This has never happened to me before. We're in uncharted territory now. This might be a failed attempt, but it's fine. Because, as I was just saying, failed attempts aren't really that big of a deal. I wish I had the superior edge. Just because it's so quick to reset. You generally don't really take like hours playing through the map over and over again. You usually just take like 2 minutes and then you realize, oh, this attempt is over. Like this attempt is probably already over. And if I wasn't sitting here explaining the fact that it was over, like we would have already reset by now. Yeah, we're gonna reset. That guy's way out of position now. Maybe I'm being a little too quick with my resets, but I can generally identify like when you're in a losing position and just not waste my time. Like having all of the enemies on the left and the center and the right hand side still be alive, like you're not going to win from that position. You need to kill as many of them as possible, and we killed none of them. All right, dual strike, please. Nope. Had to drink some water. The game is going out of its way to embarrass me now. Don't spill water all over yourself, please. All right, here we go. But again, 30-second resets are like not bad at all. Like if you can do 30-second resets, just like go for it, honestly. All right, this guy, wow, he got the bad skill again. Cool. I guess we just do this again and hope for the best. What would be the alternate strategy here? I'm thinking, okay, so I think we need a plan for when this guy has Aegis, because it's clear that he can get it sometimes. He wasn't really getting it on any of my previous attempts, and then now, as I've just seen, even if I get 2 dual strikes, he still survives, because all of my aggression on this side is dependent on tome and bow damage. So I need a strategy for beating this guy. I wonder if running up and hitting him with my sword would have worked. I should have tested that. Okay, let's reset. I want to make a plan for defeating this guy, because we don't have a good plan for beating him. Unless we get like the really good luck, which what we want is we want like a backup strat for this guy for the situations where we don't have good luck. This is not a viable winning attempt anyway. Let me reset until I get like a viable winning attempt. But then once I do that, I'm gonna make a plan for the guy in the center for future attempts. Okay, well, we might as well do it this time because we're going to be doing it anyway. Okay, so this guy has... So when in situations when this guy has Aegis, what I think what we want to do is run up and hit him with the sword, but then this guy has counter, so we can't do that either. So what's the next best option? Okay, so first, hold on. Let's plan what we would do if we could run up and hit him with a sword. So what's our best D rank sword? What's our best sword damage that we can do with Robin? The Iron Sword would do 15 times 2, which is like pathetic damage. It would do 20 damage. That's nowhere near enough to kill him. So what about tomes? Let's go back to tomes then. Tomes also give us the opportunity to attack from range. What about the Wilderwind? This seems really weak. What about the Elwind Tome? The Elwind Tome would deal 9 damage per hit. So 9... Well, I think that's not even any better than the Thunder Tome. It's not. How do we... I think we have, like, no way of dealing with this guy. I think Virion Strength Tonic plus hope for 2 dual strikes. Is that really our best chance here? Wilderwind is a crit tome. Yeah, that's true. How much crit does it have? 30... Oh, actually pretty high. All right, well, let's see what the chance with the Wilderwind is. I'm thinking of giving Virion a Strength Tonic. No, it's not worth it. It's better to rely on crits here, honestly. So, okay, so this is like a backup, like a bailout strategy. If we get this configuration, we can at least go for enemy crits. So in this situation, if you get into a spot where you can't fight these 2 guys on enemy phase and you can't kill this guy, what you should do is go here and then hope for like dual strikes and crits. Didn't get any crits. So we just reset. It's fine. At least we have a plan for future attempts. It gives us a chance to win from that position. Instead of before where even if we dual strike 2 times, we still wouldn't win. Like that's horrible planning. This is at least like decent planning. Okay, this opener's perfect. We can start from here. Let me make sure, did I save after doing my inventory? I did, okay. I think this is fine. I'm thinking about getting a Roy Blade, but I think we need it more than Lon'qu. Because Lon'qu is going to be using the Killing Edge anyway. So what we should actually do is this. Yeah, this is good. Alright, let's start. I need to rely on crits. They help. They help a lot. Relying on multiple layers of RNG choice is peak awakening. It's foolproof in its own nature. It kind of is, yeah. It's just we're so early in the game that we don't really have the tools like to build all of the RNG layers that we need. But once we get further into the game, like I really think people are going to be pretty impressed. There's chapters, like a lot of the mid-game and late-game chapters, like you can just start them and just you don't even check enemy skills. All you have to do is just start the chapter, play it pretty much blind, and you can win on your first attempt. Alright, so this guy has counter, but that's fine. We can use the normal opener that we've been using until now. Just kill him with the Fire Tome. We still have not gotten the best RNG in the center lane yet, which is a little bit sad. Because I think this map becomes a lot easier once you get the best RNG in the center lane. Does this guy have pass? He does. Interesting. Oh, we didn't kill him. How did we not kill him? Oh, he has HP plus 5. I mentioned this earlier. Look, if this guy has HP plus 5, you have to use the Thunder Tome. That was my fault. That was 100% a misplay. If this guy has HP plus 5, you have to use the Thunder Tome. I said that earlier, and then I just didn't do it. You have to check that. Because otherwise, if he survives, he can run after Crom. We'll have to rely on a crit here. Or, if this guy doesn't have counter, we can move into the center. Okay, we can move into the center here. I'm gonna do it. Dodge. Nice. Yeah, I think this is fine. The only annoying part is that we didn't kill this guy still. So this causes the same problem now. This is the one case where Lord Crom would be better, because if he was standing here with the Levin sword, he could actually fight this guy. But because we're using Archer Crom, we can't do it. Can we move Sumia behind him? Could she survive an attack from this guy? 28? No. With the defense tonic? I'm gonna check. This is worth checking. I brought the defense tonic for a reason. I'm willing to spend 150 gold to make this chapter consistent. So this might be a backup strat that I just kind of discovered. Yeah, so this guy will go for Sumia. We keep Maribelle in this position. So this guy will go for Sumia. And then this guy will go for Robin. I wonder if there's any way for me to double this thief. No, no way. Alright, let's check the right-hand side. No counter, that's good. Looks good. We got really good right-hand side RNG. Please let us win from this position. This is a potentially winnable attempt. I'm calling it now. Make sure you trade him over to his Roy's Blade. And then pair up with him. He's got an Iron Lance too, right? Yes, he does. Okay. Okay, I'm thinking about whether I want Lon'qu to fight this guy, or if it's better to just have Frederick sweep both of them. The benefit of the Lon'qu strategy is that Lon'qu gets more experience in the long run. But only if he kills this guy. So what are our chances of killing this guy? With the Killing Edge and the Vake pair up, we have 20 attack. So we're going to be dealing 15 damage twice. That's 30 damage total. We would have to get a crit. I don't really want to rely on crits if I don't have to. Like, I will rely on a crit if it's my backup strat, like to actually be able to start playing the chapter. I'm not going to rely on a crit to get 10 experience on Lon'qu. It's not worth it. Especially because we don't even really know for sure if we're going to use Lon'qu long term. Oh, that's fun to say. Lon'qu long term. Alright, left-hand side is looking good. This is the RNG you want on the left. I mean, it's better if Crom dodges, but other than that, it's pretty good at left-hand RNG. This guy having Pavis means he probably survives, but that's okay. Oh, this guy had Luna Plus. I didn't check that. It's fine. I mean, whatever. We did our best. We tried to fight from a difficult position. We're getting horrible center lane luck. We have not gotten good center lane luck a single time yet. We've gotten, like, I would say 4 out of 10 to, like, 1 out of 10 luck. This is like 4 out of 10 center lane luck. Like this, we're getting 4 out of 10 luck every time. Oh, this is a reset anyway. Quick resets. I know I can win within 2 hours. I know I can. I just have to get one good attempt going. Good. Good. Bad, but playable. I really have to stress that we have not gotten good center lane luck a single time yet. It's a little bit crazy. I mean, I know you don't always get the best luck, but like you should sometimes get the best luck. Like it should have happened by now. Okay, 32 is enough to kill him this turn. So at least our center and middle look okay for now. I wonder if we move Sumia over here. No matter what. I'm just thinking, we didn't get the dual strike this time. I'm gonna see what happens if we go like this. I think this is not gonna work. I think we already lost because we didn't get our dual strike, but I just want to see what happens because we're here anyway. Might as well see. Believe in the 2-hour mark. It's not looking good anymore. If this had been like a viable attempt, I would have felt good about the 2-hour mark. Now I feel like it's going to be another 5 to 10 minutes of resetting, and then we're only going to have like 30 minutes to beat the chapter. But you can beat this chapter in 30 minutes if you get a good attempt going. I'm just not getting a good attempt. which is crazy because my very first attempt that I ever used this strategy worked. I'm getting significantly worse luck now. And then the only other times that I failed during my test streams was when I made misplays. Cool. This guy just loves Aegis today. He loves it. Okay. We can fight him. We, of course, cannot fight him. Why would we ever get good luck in the center? I should stop checking. It's just not going to happen. All right, let's go for the dual strike first. Save us some time. Because last time we didn't go for the dual strike first, and that's what cost us like 2 minutes instead of 30 seconds for a reset. All right. Now we're on to like our consistent strategies on the middle side. He does have HP plus 5, so as you can see, he'll survive with 1 HP. This is why we brought the Thunder Tome. It's a little bit less accurate, but better than just instantly game overing. Awakening is a weird game. Like, you can pretty much rely on like 80% hit rates. This is tricky. This guy has a really bad configuration of skills for us. Like, really bad. Like, this is like the worst right-hand side RNG I've ever seen. Is there a way to salvage it? That's the question. So we basically want to hit him for like half of his HP or more, while also keeping ourselves alive. Like not killing ourselves with counter damage, while also being ready to like start fighting these guys on the next turn without getting overwhelmed. Yeah, this doesn't look good. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try an alternate strategy on the right-hand side. Because our right-hand side RNG looks so bad right now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to try an alternate strategy that's different from what I normally do. You would want to go... Hold on, I want to make sure they can't surround me. I think they will surround me no matter what I do, though. How much damage do they have? This guy doesn't have pass. This guy does. So this tile should be the best one. I wish I could go further out, but I don't think I can safely. I'm going to go here with no weapons equipped, and I'm going to start trying to just like bait these guys into like a spot like over here and just keep them busy for the rest of the battle. I don't know if this is a good plan or not, but I want to try it. And then I'm going to take Lon'qu and Frederick, Lon'qu and Vake, and move them to the left to help out in the center. The problem is, Lon'qu really needs the killing edge. Alright, so I should be able to hold these guys in this position using Frederick. So the question is, can I mop up in the center to the extent that I need to? It's really tricky because, again, like, every single one of these guys has counter. Well, not exactly, actually. I can do this. If I can kill this guy, I can do this opener, which is a really good opener. This is actually pretty good. This is not as bad as it looks in the center. Typically, Robin can fight like all of these guys and survive. It's crazy how good like plus defense Robin is. The problem is we can't actually get these guys over to the center like I wanted to. So I don't think this strategy works. I think you still have to keep them in the corner. What I should be doing is pulling them off of Frederick one at a time. Yeah, that's what I should be doing. Okay, I see what I need to do now. I messed up, but it's fine. So I'm going to move here. Nothing equipped. Give Vake. Wait. Frederick. Wait. It's also better if you kill this guy, but unfortunately we didn't kill him. It's not the end of the world, but it's better if you kill him. Pair up. Transfer. Pair up. Okay, what about this guy? He blocks physical damage. Is this tile where Crom's standing safe? Yes. This tile where Crom's standing is like pretty much always safe. So what we want to do is... The problem is what we want to do is stand here, not here. But we can't do that. So the next best option is... I'm pretty sure this. It does mean the wind guy is going to be able to hit Sumia pretty hard, but he can't kill her. And she's not going to deal a lot of damage to him in return. But I think this is the best we can hope for right now. I still feel like Panne's not really doing a lot. I think I have to find a strategy that makes better use of Panne. Like maybe I could pull this thief out with Panne. That actually seems very likely. I could actually pull this thief out with Panne. The problem is he has counter, which means I'd have to unequip my Beast Stone, which lowers my speed and allows him to double me. So it actually doesn't work. Well, 21 minus 8. Is 13. And then we would hit ourselves for 14. That's 27 damage. We have 28 HP. We'd actually survive with 1 HP. I'm going to test this out. Because I think this attempt has failed anyway, so I'm going to use it for testing. Dual strike. Nice. If this attempt wins, this is going to be awesome. This is like one of those attempts that, like, if you get lucky, like, you can come back from the jaws of defeat. It looks pretty bad, though. Alright, so let's test this out. Oh, he has Luna. Every time I want to test something, the enemy ends up having Luna and killing me. Yeah, Panne and Gaius would be even better, for sure. I didn't even think about doing that until after I had already moved all of my other units. Okay, so I think that's one potential thing that we can use Panne for, if we get into that situation again. That was a good test. This looks good, this looks good, this looks bad, of course, as always. I swear to God, I have not gotten the good center RNG in 90 minutes. It's absolutely crazy. Alright, so we'll go for our left side dual strike first. Okay, we got the good opener. The rest should be pretty much guaranteed. It's just depending on what exact skills the enemy have, and depending on which attacks like hit or miss, that's going to determine like how the middle and right side look. But there's no way for us to like immediately game over on the middle side or the right side anymore. Looks good. Counter. So we can't fight these guys. What we're gonna do is this strategy. So I'm gonna show really quick because we're like 90 minutes in. There might be some lurkers here who weren't here at the start. If neither of these guys have counter, what you can do is have Frederick run over here and one-shot the thief with the Silver Lance, and then Sully runs up to him, switches him to the Roy's Blade, and then pairs up with him. Or you can use a Bronze Sword, or you can use an Iron Sword, whatever. And then on enemy phase, he'll kill these two guys. Because this guy has counter, we can't do that. So we use a backup strategy where we pull the thief over here and kill him with the Silver Lance. We'll put Lisa behind him and get the rest of our units ready to assist on the next turn. We have Lon'qu with the Levin Sword for chipping enemies, which we're going to do. The reason we can do that is because we classed Crom into an Archer. So Crom Archer allows you to use the Levin Sword on Lon'qu. Otherwise, Crom would need to use the Levin Sword over here. So let's see how this goes. This is pretty middling RNG. So this is like a attempt that is playable. We got a good crit there. That's going to help us recover a little bit. This isn't like the best RNG, but you can definitely win from this position. Extremely winnable from this position. Okay, so the next thing you do is you want to check what skills this guy has. He does have counter. Because this guy has counter, you need Frederick to be standing here on full HP with the Silver Lance equipped. Although I want to check how the Iron Lance works as well, because the Iron Lance might work. The other problem is you really need to get rid of 1 or 2 of these guys using Lon'qu's attacks, if possible, with the Levin Sword. So to do that, we're gonna take out this guy because this guy has counter. We want to chip him down as much as possible before Frederick fights him. I want to see if a Vake pair up makes a difference here. 11. I should have had Frederick standing back 1 space, by the way. 24 plus 11 wouldn't be enough for the kill anyway. So let's just use the Levin Sword here. Is there any reason not to pair up with Vake? I don't think so. Hold on. Yeah, we have to get rid of this guy because he has counter. We should have had Frederick back 1 space. I put him in the wrong spot. Because you really want Lon'qu to be standing here. But Frederick's in the spot where I want Lon'qu to be. And I can't move... Oh, hold on, I can move Frederick first. Hold on, I'm being a buffoon. I can do this. Yes, this works. Okay. Iron Lance. 6 might... Yeah, the Iron Lance is not going to work. We have to use the Silver Lance. So we're going to trade him over to the Silver Lance. We're going to hope for a dual strike. If we don't get one, it's fine. We didn't get one. It's kind of not really fine, but we have to make the best of it. This guy's passed too, so we have to get these guys out of here. Okay, I might be able to pull this guy away from Frederick using Vake. I think I have to shield Lon'qu because Lon'qu can't kill this guy. So yeah, we have to do this. We have to unequip our weapon so that this guy will attack us and we won't deal any counter damage to ourselves. I think the right-hand side should be okay. It's not looking good, but we'll play it out. I'm kind of still figuring things out. I tested out this map so many times during the last 2 weeks. That's also part of the reason why I even delayed this stream was because I needed like an extra week of testing. Now this is tricky. I'm pretty sure even with Luna Plus, he still doesn't kill Sumia. I can check though. He has 12 plus 9, 21 damage. She has 21 HP plus 4 resistance. So yeah, he can't kill Sumia here. So let's do this. Don't forget to equip the Javelin this time. I'm gonna go here. We're gonna heal back up Crom while we can. Don't make the same mistake as last time, yes. Okay, heal back up Crom while we can. I need to give her the Mend Staff, don't let me forget. She actually needs the Mend Staff more than Lisa does. And then we're gonna move Gaius onto this pillar. Okay. That looks good. Now we're gonna check our center lane. This guy does not have counter, that's a good sign. The mages having counter doesn't matter because they usually fight at 2 range anyway. This thief having counter is problematic, but he will go after Lucina first. So we're pretty set. We can actually do this strategy, where we stand in this position and try to kill this guy. You're actually pretty likely to kill him with the Virion C support. Okay, so we didn't get the best turn 1 luck in the center, but we got really good turn 2 luck in the center. Yeah, Sumia always survives here. Kind of wasting Javelin charges, dealing no damage. I'm going to keep that in mind. Okay, these guys are going to pile on Lucina. Now we get to fight this guy in enemy phase, which helps a lot. Okay, we killed ourselves. Yeah, so unfortunately, Frederick's HP just got too low because we had him standing in the wrong position on turn 1. That was a misplay. That was not a luck-based failure. That was a misplay on my part. I had Frederick standing in the wrong position on turn 1. And move the Mend Staff over from Lisa and Maribelle. Thank you, Aether. Let's do that right now before I forget. Because it's better for Maribelle to be able to heal Crom and Sumia back to full. Whereas Lisa always heals units to full with the heal staff because she has heal touch. Alright. Let me check the enemy skills. I'm going to start doing quick resets just on this guy here. Because if he has Aegis, it's not really worth playing. Okay, next I'm going to check this guy. Okay, so this guy we have to go for crits. Nice. Good call on the Wilderwind. Very good call on the Wilderwind. That allows us to recover in the center. If we get bad enemy RNG in the center, we can recover with our Wilderwind charges. We're not going to use them for anything else, so we might as well. It's kind of a bad tome. That's the funny thing. It's actually kind of a bad tome. But we found a use for a bad tome. Yeah, every attempt, even when you fail, you're always making a little bit of progress because you're learning something. You're just like learning a little bit that makes the next attempt more consistent, like moving the men staff over here. Like, don't forget, like, don't put Frederick here, you have to put him here. Like, there's so many small things you can learn every time. Like, we'll do it this time. So, like, last time we made that misplay, now we learned. Now we've got Frederick in the right position. He also gets two support partners if you have him standing in that position, which is even better. In fact, we can give him 3 support partners, which is even better. All right, nice dual guard. Awesome dual guard. All right, this is starting to feel like a good attempt. I don't want to jinx it, but I'm feeling pretty good. This is feeling like a lucky attempt. One shot. Okay, now this is what the right-hand side is supposed to look like. I will do the right-hand side first just so I can show you what it's supposed to look like. Okay, so you take the guy with counter, right? You're going to go here. Roy's Blade. He doesn't have any physical resistance. So you're going to go here. You're going to aim for Frederick dual strikes. If you don't get them, it's okay. If you do get them, it's fantastic. We got them. Okay, perfect. So this is really, really good right-hand side RNG. Now we just have to check what skill this guy has. He does have counter, so we have to be ready to fight this guy with counter. But we can do that. There are a couple different ways to do it. We still have a lot of HP, so I'm going to do it this way. So first, we're going to kill this guy with our Roy's Blade. I wonder if I can do it with the bronze sword. I want to check a couple things actually. So hold on, while we're here. 27 damage. We would do 20 plus 20. We would actually kill this guy, and we wouldn't kill ourselves with counter damage. So I actually think it's worth it to use the Iron Lance here. I'm gonna make like triple sure that I'm understanding this correctly. So when we attack this guy, we're gonna deal 27 damage. Minus 7, that's 20. 20 plus 20 is 40. We will kill him with the second hit, so we won't kill ourselves. We have more HP than him, so we can never kill ourselves with counter. He will deal 24 minus... He'll deal 3 damage to us. So we'll be on 32, and then we'll deal 20 damage to ourselves, so we'll survive with 12. So using the Iron Lance here is actually viable. The question is, can I get away with using the bronze sword here? The bronze sword has 3 attack. So we would deal 10 less damage. We're dealing 50. 50 minus 10 is 40. We would still kill this guy. I think we can do this. I'm pretty sure we can do this. Get the Roy's... I shouldn't have done that. That was a misplay, but it didn't end up mattering. Okay, there's a small chance for us to get crit here. If we do, it's fine. Lisa heals us anyway. So this should be guaranteed. Yeah, this is guaranteed survival. We're on full HP, which means we can't... Now this guy cannot kill us on full HP. Because we have more HP than he does, we can never kill ourselves with counter damage. So what I do here is I trade the Iron Lance so that I can kill him with my second attack. If I kill him with my second attack, I won't take another tick of counter damage. I'm going to put Vake further back to help with repositioning on the next turn if I need to. This is a really good right-hand side opener. The problem is our middle side isn't looking as solid, so we really have to recover in the middle. This guy having counter is bad. It means we have to stay out of his range. This guy having counter is really bad. Okay, let's start on the left-hand side where we know we can actually do something of use. Yeah, things are working out, but we just can't quite get things to work the way that we need to. This guy we can fight with Crom, so we're gonna do that. Should I try to get rid of one of these enemies? The problem is, as soon as I do that, this guy kills me. And again, the problem with this configuration is that with 4 enemies attacking Marth, you never know like which of these 4 enemies are going to attack Robin. You just can't plan for it. It's too chaotic here in the center. I'm thinking of doing this. This worked last time. I'm going to try this and see what happens. I could also bait this thief out with Panne. I did that before as well. I think that's actually good. Yeah, let's do this. And we will pair her up with Gaius. Okay, so this thief cannot kill Panne this time because he doesn't have Luna Plus. And we have Gaius for like a little bit of a boost. This, I think, works. This makes much better use of Panne as well. This stops the thief from attacking Robin. Worst case scenario would be if this guy ends up attacking Robin. But I don't think that will happen because this thief is getting pulled away from Marth. So this guy should always attack Marth. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. Okay, this tile is safe, it looks like. So what we can do is we can switch here. The problem is there's no good spot for Lucina to Sumia to stand, unfortunately, so we have to do this. It's better if you can unpair these units for action economy next turn, but we couldn't do it this turn. Because that annoying thief in the center. Okay, the thief still goes for Marth. Very weird decision making. I want this guy to run up and attack Robin. Please, run up and attack Robin. Yes. Okay, switching to the Fire Tome there was the absolute correct call. Okay, Virion needs the Strength Tonic. There's way too many opportunities here where we've had enemies surviving with 2 HP. I was questioning whether I should do it or not, but I'm very much seeing now. Strength Tonic on Virion is a good idea. It's going to make stuff like this more consistent. Like, this guy would be dead right now, which would make a huge difference. Okay, these enemies in the center have a lot of really tricky skills to deal with. This guy we can fight, but he has Luna, so we have to be careful. He's going to deal 24 minus 5, which is 19 damage to Sumia. We can fight him, for sure. Might even be able to kill him. So let's stand at the edge of his range. Could we dodge him, actually? What's our dodge chance look like? Pretty good, actually. I wonder if fighting both of these guys and just counting on the fact that we'll dodge one of their attacks is actually like a smart play here. I'm going to see what the center looks like first, and then if I feel like I need to go for a risky play, I'll go for a risky play on the right. Okay, so first, let's look at the center. We need to make sure that these guys can't reach the door, so they have to have valid targets within their attack range. The problem is the only guy who can survive against them is Robin. But we also need Robin to fight this guy while not having a weapon equipped. How do we do that? It's a pretty good question because it doesn't seem possible. I think I see how to do it, though. Okay, hold on. Yes, I see how to do it. Okay, I got it. We're going to use trade manipulation here. So you kill this guy. You trade away all of Robin's weapons, which I really don't like doing. But I think we have to do it here. This is one of the things plus defense Robin does really well, is act as a wall. I think Panne is better here in the lead. I'm going to do this. Okay, so this guy should attack Panne. These enemies will attack Robin. Unfortunately, this means we're not really going to make a lot of headway against the enemies, though. But we'll figure that out when we get there. Okay, from this position, we need Sumia to heal Frederick back to full. And then fight this guy. Can we stay out of this guy's range? Yes, we can. Let's do that. Iron Lance looks good. Yes. Can I do it with the hand axe? Can I kill him with the hand axe? No. And I'd rather conserve hand axe charges anyway. Orson's Hatchet. Hand axe kills this guy. Oh no, it doesn't, because he has Pavis. Let's actually use the Orson Hatchet here. Alright, so we're gonna do this. Iron Lance. This is a guaranteed kill. Now we get... This guy does 18 damage. We double him naturally. Is there any advantage to keeping a vague pair up here? Strength and defense don't help Lon'qu at all. I'm actually going to do something like this. This seems really weird, but I think it's very smart. What's going to happen is this sorcerer is going to attack Lon'qu. Lon'qu's going to counter him twice with the Levin Sword. That gives us 2 chances for Frederick to hit him with the Silver Lance on enemy face, because Frederick can dual strike with Lon'qu. I'm going to keep Vake back here for repositioning. Okay, so left-hand side. What should we do? Should we go for the risky strategy or the safe strategy on the left? Aether says, it seems like every time one of the 3 sections is having serious problems. Yeah, that's the problem with this map, is because there's 3 lanes, there's always, like, it's very difficult to get a situation where something goes right on the left, middle, and right side all in the same attempt. It's usually you get, like, 2 good sections and then 1 really messy section, and you just have to recover as best as possible. I'm really strongly considering going for a risky Sumia strategy here. I'm really strongly considering it. But we got to keep in mind 59% is actually more likely than 59 to land. It's more like... Yeah, I'm not sure. It's a lot more likely to hit than 50. It's more likely to hit than 60%. I think it's like closer to like 80% actually. I'm a little bit scared because I forget which button is back and which button is forward. Oh, it's only 66. Okay, it's not as high as I thought, but it's still pretty high. But we have to take 2 attacks with a 66% chance of missing. There's a pretty good chance that both of them will hit. So it feels a little bit risky. I'm gonna go for this opener. I'm gonna go for the slower opener. Might be a misplay. We'll see. I don't need the defense tonic, do I? I think I do. He deals, what was it, 24? No, we should be fine. I think it's only if he has counter that we have to use the defense tonic. Alright, let's go for crits here, and we really would like to dodge. Yeah, Panne survives. The Lon'qu strategy works, that's good to know. Silver Lance? No? Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's see how this goes. Yeah, ooh, see, that would have been messy. That would have meant that we would have been at risk of dying from the second attack, because we failed to dodge the first one. I think they just opened the door. They did. Okay, this attempt might be over. This attempt's probably over. I lost track of this thief. I was supposed to stop him from... This attempt was probably over anyway, but the fact that I just wasn't paying attention to this thief and I let him get the door is a big problem. How could we potentially recover from this position? Let's just do a thought experiment. Like, how would we recover from this position? Is there any way to do it? So the first thing I would have to do is kill this thief. That's fine. The next problem is... if I move Lon'qu over here, he's still in range of a lot of enemies. What about using these units to kill that guy? The problem is he has counter, right? Yeah, so we can't fight him. I mean, Gaius could technically fight him. He would have to dodge an attack, though. This is the difference between Gaius and Lon'qu, by the way. Gaius doesn't start with a Void plus 10. They have very similar stats when they join. But Lon'qu has a Void plus 10, which makes him way more consistent at dodging. I don't think there's any way for me to clean up here. I can't even do anything with like Crom. I think I need to go for the risky Sumia on the left side when I can. Because otherwise you just get too overwhelmed by these Cavaliers getting into the center of the map. And we need better openers in the middle too. I still have not gotten a single good opener in the middle. I've only gotten like average to below average openers in the middle. We need one good opener in the middle. And then maybe to like play a little bit more aggressively on the left side. We did not get the 2-hour mark. We're not going to win in 2 hours. This almost feels more like the stream where I showed off grinding and like showed off how I plan out clears. It feels like I'm not getting the clear that I want to get here, and I'm more like doing on-stream experimentation. Oh my god, can this guy please, in like once in 100 years, not have counter? I'm almost getting ready to the point where I want to do quick resets until I get like a variation where this guy doesn't have counter, just so I can show you what it looks like. It's unbelievable. All right, go for the quick reset here. We got it. Next we go here. And here. Fire Tome should kill. Yes. Okay. Let me think about pushing Frederick further out. But I really want to kill this thief. But if I push Frederick further out, I can keep this Dark Mage away from the center. Keeping this Dark Mage away from the center makes the center so much more consistent. What if I just stay out of this guy's range? Can the mage reach me? He cannot. Okay, it's not worth it then. This guy is passed though. I want to try something. Because the right hand side looks kind of gross anyway, I'm gonna try something interesting. I'm gonna use pass abuse. So I've talked about this many times that when enemies have pass, you can actually use it to your advantage. I'm wondering if there's a configuration where I can get Lon'qu just in range of this guy. No, there's not. Okay, never mind. It doesn't apply here. I'm gonna try to fight both of these guys anyway, just to be more aggressive. This is kind of a bad move actually because it puts Lon'qu not in the position where I want him to be for next turn, and Frederick. But let's just see how it goes. I'm in experimentation mode now. We're experimenting. Counter is dumb. It's one of the most annoying skills ever. I think I dislike Aegis and Pavis more actually. They become more manageable later in the game, but so does counter. But early on, I think Aegis and Pavis actually cause more problems than counter does. Get him? I'm wasting Silver Lance charges. I don't like doing that. But, and then I still have the Dark Mage in the center. That didn't really accomplish anything. I can at least do this. I can at least do this opener in the center. It's like the one good thing is that we can at least do this opener in the center. Also, we left that guy. I forgot to give the strength tonic to Virion again. Ah. Hold on. Strength tonic to Virion. Either that or I forge his bow. Yeah, it's gonna be like a 2 to 3 hour clear. We're not gonna get the So I think Virion and Lon'qu both want like slightly more damage. I'm thinking about giving them both a strength tonic to make future attempts more consistent. Because we're having problems that we don't really need to be having. Elwind, we want Crom to fight this guy if possible, but Crom's not on full HP, so how would we do that? We would want Maribelle here and Sumia here. And I think we can do that. I'm pretty sure I can do that. So you go like this. Bronze bow. You take him. Does heal get there? No. So we mend here. Sumia goes here. And then we grab Gaius. But because we're grabbing Gaius, we can't use Panne to draw out the thief either. So that's slightly suboptimal. It's like you're always making trade-offs. Like to make the left more consistent, you have to pull units away from the center. To put units in the center, you have to pull units away from the left. That's what makes this map in particular so difficult. You do not have enough units to cover all 3 lanes, and so you always end up scrambling. This is another one. Like this thief in the center has had counter like every time. This guy has had a counter like every single time. It's absolutely crazy how much these guys are getting counter. 24 minus 10 is 14. We have to be on full HP here. So we've got to do this. Can I use Vake? Dual strikes? Maybe. Okay. Then we go like this. Vantage doesn't matter. He doesn't really hit me for that much damage anyway. I could have switched to the bronze sword here. Not a huge deal. It's a minor suboptimal play. Oh, yeah. See, Lisa's in the wrong position here. She can't do what she needs to do. Lisa needs to be able to move to the right side of Frederick, but she can't because I put her in the wrong spot on turn 1. So yeah, I need to stop screwing around with my turn 1 openers. I need to stick to what I know works. Okay, so Frederick's dead. Let's see if this left-hand side works, and then let's see what happens on the right-hand side. But we're kind of screwed anyway. Okay, so this left-hand side opener is good. That's good to know for future attempts. That's good. We like it when that happens. This means we're going to kill this brigand, so we won't take counter damage. We'll fight this guy. No counter damage. We'll fight this guy. We can potentially kill him, I think. God, the first time we ever get good center lane luck, and it's on a turn where I accidentally kill Frederick. Oh, no, Frederick survived. We might be okay. We might be okay. This might be a winning attempt. All we needed was like this good opener in the center, and we're suddenly in like a really good position. Okay, check which ones have counter, and see if Robin can fight all of them on player phase. They can. Now take out the ones that have the worst or the most dangerous offense, which would be not particularly any of them. So this guy would be the one I would want to take out, but I can't stay in this guy's range, so we can't do that. So what we have to do is move to the pillar and just fight all of these enemies on enemy phase. The problem is I need to get my HP back up to like full, and I can't do that. Okay, so let's see how much damage they do to us total. 18, so 10, 21, 2, 12, 14, 28, 9, 24. I need to get up to like 24 HP, but I can't get up to 24 HP. But I can rely on dodging attacks. None of them have Hawkeye. This guy, this, of course, the one that does the most damage is the one that has Hawkeye. Can I move out of his range and be happy? Okay, so let's do the right-hand side first and see if we can move and see if we can pull this guy to the right. That would be ideal. I see a path to victory. This guy has pass, but we can actually block him like this. This is the one situation where Rickon would have been useful. I gotta go for hand axe shots here. Nice Luna. Nice dual strike. Alright, so there's a chance Frederick pulls both of these Dark Mages. If he only pulls one, it's fine. Robin just needs to dodge some attacks while standing on this pillar. I think we only need to dodge like one attack while standing on this pillar and we'll be totally fine. They need to land like all of their attacks to kill us. Lisa, I don't know why she's still in danger. Oh, it's because the guy can move right next to her. But he can't kill her. There's no way he can kill her, right? What I can do is... No, I can't move Lon'qu next to her because he would have to fight two Dark Mages. And they actually both have Hawkeye. What's his speed? He doesn't double Lisa. He doesn't one-shot her. Okay, we'll just leave her here. I'll even do this. She has 8 resistance, right? Yeah. I can actually do this. So we actually made a misplay on the right-hand side, but we recovered due to good luck. If we had not made a misplay and gotten the good luck, this would 100% be a winning attempt. Isn't it better to just reset? Wasn't that what you said yourself earlier? It would be, but because we got good luck, we're actually in a good position to win here. If I didn't misplay and I got this good luck, we would 100% win from this position. But because I misplayed, it's going to be a little bit tricky. Both of these guys have... Oh my god. Both of these guys have counter, of course. This guy... Oh my god. Every enemy over here has counter. This is crazy. Absolutely nuts. Okay, how do we play around that? 16 plus 10 is 26. We would just kill ourselves. 16 plus 6 is 22. We would still kill ourselves. But if we use the Iron Lance, we would survive. Yeah, so this is why we brought the Defense Tonic. Is because we can actually survive on 1 HP against this guy. So that's what we're going to do. So we need to stand right at the edge of his range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right on this pillar. So we're going to put Sumia here. She has to use the Iron Lance. And she has to use the Defense Tonic. I think... Does she need to be on full HP? I should have checked that. How much was it? 24? Minus 10. It's 14 damage. She's going to deal... minus 7. She's going to deal 6 damage to herself. Yeah, she'll survive on 1 HP. So I'm going to put Crom behind her. I don't want to pair them up. If I pair them up, she gets plus 3... Oh, actually, hold on. If I pair them up, she gets plus 3 strength and plus 3 defense. So they would cancel each other out. However, if I keep them separate, I have Crom available next turn, and I can heal him with Maribelle right now. I think healing him right now is more important. Okay, next we're going to take a look at the center. I can probably pull this guy actually off of... No, because I'd have to fight 2. Alright, I can't pull this guy off of Robin with Panne, unfortunately. Well, how much damage do they deal? 21. Minus 8. Is 13 damage. 13 times 2 is only 26. Panne can actually fight these two guys. I'm going to do that. Hold on, this is sick Panne gaming. Oh. I think this works. Panne. She takes 13. She kills. Yes. She takes 13. Well, hold on. Lon'qu. Oh, nice Vake. Okay, so she takes 13. Then she doesn't kill because he has stupid Pavis. But that's okay. That made it so Robin was guaranteed to survive instead of needing to dodge an attack. Frederick's doing good on the right-hand side. This is a really good attempt. Dual Guard actually kind of saved us there. This is the run? Maybe, yeah. We kind of got bailed out by Dual Guard, though. And we're not home yet. We're in the home stretch, but we're not home yet. Okay, so what we really want to do, if possible, we want to clean up all of these enemies. It might be possible to do that. It might be possible to clean up everything that's not in the red aura. This guy's going to be tricky. The Vake Dual Strike here helps a lot. I think we can just do this. Yeah, just hit this guy with the Killing Edge, or even better, possibly with Vake. No, because Vake's hit rate's not consistent. And then we risk. Alright, so we're going to leave this guy alive. We're going to have Frederick run over here and one-shot this guy, so he's not putting pressure on the center anymore. Silver Lance. Okay, we just totally cleaned up the center with that one move. The other good thing is that most of these enemies will ignore Frederick, so we don't even really have to worry about keeping him safe. Next, Lon'qu. Killing Edge. One-shots here. Never in my life will I ever use low man strats. Look at how much work, like, we got so much extra value out of having Panne, like Lon'qu, Vake, Maribelle, Lisa, Sully, Virion. Like, every single one of these units did work in this chapter. Okay, can Vake fight this guy? No, because he has counter. I want to set up so that we can reposition into the corner if we need to. Because it might be possible for this trio to pull this guy into the corner. However, it probably won't be possible because he has counter. And you can't, it's tough to keep 3 units alive when the enemy has counter. It would actually be easier if we only had 2 units to keep alive. Or if we had a choke point. Choke point would be great, but we don't have it. Alright, can we clear up these 3 enemies? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 actions available. Looks pretty good. Pretty good chance we can clean up these guys. I'm going to start with Crom and Sumia. Switch to the Killer Lance. Go here. This is extremely likely to kill. This is, I talked about this before too, about how getting rid of the Rapier and the Falchion causes you to lose like Crom's best offense, but bows are so good. Like, I didn't need to use the Rapier there, I just used the Bronze Bow instead. And if I used the Rapier, Crom actually would have taken damage. But because I used the Bronze Bow, he didn't take any damage. It's so useful to have, like, Crom in the Archer class. This is just one of the really great examples. Alright, this should work. But I gotta be careful because he has, magic resistance. Should I use the Thunder Tome? Thunder Tome doesn't really help either. I think I know what I want to do, but it's a little bit wonky. What about the Wilderwind? I don't think it's worth wasting a Wilderwind charge here. I think we go Fire Tome. We go for dual strikes. We probably won't get it. But if we do, it's great. Okay, it's fine. So what you do from here is you go Sumia here. I gotta make sure I can kill him with the Iron Lance, which I can. It deals 5 damage. 15 on a crit, even better. I have +5 crit because I'm standing next to Robin, by the way. QS says low man is also just boring. Yeah, I do agree, actually. Even if low man was like the optimal strategy, I still wouldn't like it just because I find it boring. But I actually believe that in Lunatic Plus, and possibly even in Lunatic, even though people believe low man is the best strategy, I actually believe that it's not. I'm pretty sure having support units, like staff users especially, is better than low manning. Mike says bows are underrated. The GBA archers ruined bows' reputation. Yeah, that's dead on. That's exactly correct. They're so bad in the GBA games that like people just think they're bad in general, but in a lot of the other games, they're actually significantly better. All right, we're in a really good position now. We have to kill 3 enemies and then deal with Validar. That's all we have left to do. It'd be better if we could have gotten into position to deal with these guys on enemy phase, but we couldn't do it because we needed all of our actions. So, who's the most important character to have on full health? It's got to be Robin, right? We can do it with just the heal staff. That's good. All right, let's see what this enemy phase looks like. Now, I would like to have Lon'qu take this guy out. I don't think I can. I think I have to have Frederick run back to the right. Unless Panne can reach him. No. Validar started moving too, by the way. But it's fine. He's actually pretty slow. He's surprisingly slow. Only 6 move is not that bad. Panne saves the day. Yeah, Panne was actually big here. She can still help out too. I have to heal her first, though. Okay, I think I know how to beat this guy. I think I know how to beat him. Killing Edge is 24. Or, sorry. No. 11 Sword is going to be 24 damage. And then Killing Edge is going to be another 11. 24 plus 11 is 35 HP. So we need 2 extra damage, which we can get, and I will show you how. I will now show you the way. Okay, so this is going to be a trade manipulation strategy. I love showing these off. It's one of my favorite strats. Should I stand on the pillar? Yes. Stand on the pillar just for swag. You don't need to. I'm just doing it just to look cool. So you go like this. 2 11 sword hits. Now we don't have enough damage to kill him on enemy phase. So when we hit him, we will kill ourselves with counter damage. However, I move Vake over here. I trade him to the Killing Edge, and then pair up with him. When I pair up with him, he gets 4 extra damage. That's enough to one-shot this enemy. Now, when we hit this guy on enemy phase, we will not kill ourselves with counter damage. And Lon'qu is a beast. Lisa runs away. This is how you keep support units alive. All you need to do is zone control. As long as there's a safe spot for them to stand, you can have your support units contribute to the battle, and then just run away to safety when you need them to. Next, let's look at the left-hand side. I would love for Crom to fight this guy on enemy phase, and I'm very sure that's possible. So let's stand at the edge of his range. The best spot might actually be here, because I want to start moving into the center, if I can. These two, I might actually need these two to retreat. There's a couple reasons why. They're not going to be able to fight for the rest of this battle because this guy has counter, and neither one of them can fight Validar. And Gaius also needs to open this chest, so I might as well just do this. It's not the most exciting thing. Ooh, Hector's axe. What rank is it? B rank? I don't think we can use it yet. We're getting close. It's not the most exciting thing. It's not like combat oriented. It's not even like pair up oriented, but keep in mind, we just picked up a Hector's axe and we're going to get a secret book. And we can also potentially open this door if we need to. And we can also potentially body block for Emmeryn if we need to. So these 2 units are still contributing. It's just not in the sense of being like direct combat units. So the next thing we're going to do is move Crom to the edge of this guy's range. We have to do it in this direction, unfortunately. I would have liked to go this way, but Crom can't get down there. Oh, wait, he can. He can with Sumia's help. Okay, so let's first do this. Killer Lance. Can I actually kill both of them right now? I'd have to take a risk. I'd rather do it without risks. Okay, so we're going to keep the bronze bow equipped. Pair up with Sumia. Sumia's going to stand here. We're going to dump Crom at the edge of this guy's range so we can fight him on enemy phase. So he's going to hit us with Nosferatu. He's not going to heal himself. we're going to counter him with 2 hits. If we get a dual strike, we kill him. If we do not get a dual strike, we kill him on enemy phase. Next. I'm going to move Robin here. Frederick. How far can Maribelle move? Here. Frederick's going to go here. There's a reason why I'm doing this. And it has to do with Validar. Frederick's going to go here. I'm going to mend because I need Frederick on full health. That's fine. He doesn't heal himself. We get the dual strike. That's even better. Lon'qu doesn't counter damage himself because of the trade manipulation strategy we used. Now all we have to do is take out this guy. And then we just have to set up a kill on Validar. The scariest thing about Validar is that he has Vengeance. Which means that once his HP gets low, he has a very high chance of just killing you. It's like a 30-something% chance, which is, you don't want to take that risk if you don't have to. The way to play around this is by fighting him on enemy phase whenever possible. So in order to do that, I'm going to increase my dual strike chance as high as I possibly can, and make sure that I have enough speed to double him. To do that, I'm going to pair up with Crom. He seems like my best unit. I'm also going to stand on the pillar. If he doesn't hit you, then he can't trigger Vengeance. That's something that's really important to keep in mind. If he can't hit you, he cannot trigger Vengeance. So dodging or dual guarding is a way to play around Vengeance. It's not the most reliable, but again, it's better than just instantly getting a game over. I'd like Crom to get this kill if I can. I'm pretty sure I can. I'm not in any rush to kill Validar because I've already cleared up all of the other enemies. Nice. I love the Crom Sumia pair up. It's so strong in the early game, and it just like snowballs for the rest of the game. All right, we're gonna get our free secret book. Lisa doesn't even need to heal anybody. They're totally safe. I'm gonna start moving into the center. I think I'm gonna have Frederick stand here and Sully back off. And Maribelle back off. I'll just get this shiny spot while I'm here. She got experience. Pretty good, actually, on her. Getting experience on her is good. I'm going to start moving my units into the center. And Panne doesn't really need to do anything for the rest of the chapter. She can just wait over here. Alright, so what you can do from here is you can actually pull Validar away from Emerin and make him come this way and fight you on this pillar. Or fight on this pillar. So I need to see what my combat looks like against him with with Frederick. So we only deal 10 damage. He does have a crit chance against us, but we can easily minimize that. I think Robin... Yeah, Robin completely eliminates that crit chance. So what we need to do is have Frederick and Crom paired up, standing at the edge of Validar's range, with the Orson's Hatchet equipped. Orson's Hatchet will give me a better chance to get the kill. But I need to have Robin standing at the edge of his range to boost him with Solidarity so that he can't get crit. Plus, we're using the pillar, which will give us a chance to dodge. We're going to have a... I mean, it's not the best chance to dodge. We'll have like an 80% chance to dodge, plus whatever bonus we get from Crom, which is, I think, 5%. Yeah, an extra 5, so we'll have 75%. He'll have 75% hit against us, plus the speed bonus we get from Crom. So we'll actually have a pretty good chance to dodge here. I think I can actually set this up right now. No, I can't. This is a little annoying, actually. Hold on. Yes, I can. It's a little wonky, but I can do it. So, yes. Robin here for Solidarity, because we're going to be standing on this tile at the end of the turn. Sumia passes Crom to Virion. No, I was wrong. I can't do it this turn. Okay, if I can't do it this turn, then I should just move back over here. The reason I thought Virion, well, hold on, no, I can still do it. I can still do it. It's just even more wonky than I thought. Okay, so pass Crom again. Wait. I'm gonna heal Sumia. Because Crom's gonna be standing in the rear position at the end of the turn anyway. I'll use heal here. I don't think she needs mend. I don't think it'll even matter either way. Okay, so I'm gonna stand here with the Orson's Hatchet equipped. Sully is going to transfer Crom over to Frederick. Okay, so here's the situation. He's going to run over to us. He's going to attack us. If Vengeance triggers, it does nothing because he's on full HP. He will hit us for 27 minus 5 damage, which is 22. Minus 1 from the pillar. We'll take 21 damage. 34 minus 21. We will be on 13 HP. Why is Crom... Oh my god. It's because Crom's not a lord anymore. I was imagining that I would have the +4 speed because Crom is a lord, but Crom's an archer. This is the one downside of Archer Crom. Do I still double him? I actually still double him. +1 speed is just enough to double him anyway. Okay. Bailed out by my own stupidity. With 17 speed from the pair up, we can double him. So we will hit him twice for 15 damage per hit. That's 30 damage. He will be on 13 HP. This will make his next Vengeance extremely scary. However, we can almost definitely kill him before he triggers it. Additionally, if Crom lands any dual strikes, it probably kills Validar. So, one of two things are going to happen here. We are either definitely going to kill Validar with 100% safety on enemy phase, or if he survives till player phase, we can one-shot him before Vengeance triggers. So if you plan accordingly, you can always set up a situation where you can never get killed by Vengeance. And because we're using Solidarity from Robin, we can't be crit. We dodged anyway, and we crit anyway, and we dual striked. Oh my god, what a legend. Support. Keep in mind, 70% of what just happened, like the reason that went so well, is not because Frederick is overpowered. It's because Crom is an amazing support unit, and because Robin is an amazing support unit. Like, everything that just happened was because of our support ranks, because of Solidarity, because of Charm. Like, Charm, Solidarity, the extra speed, the extra defense, or not defense, but the extra speed, the extra attack, the extra skill for the crit, like we landed a crit. Solidarity, again, giving us a crit chance. This leaves Validar on 4 HP. We can have almost anybody kill him now and get the experience. Let's see if we can get a kill from Sumia. We can. It's guaranteed. He can't dodge this. And our damage will get cut in half, but that's enough to kill him anyway. Do I want to build support with her and anybody? Yes, I want to build support with her and Robin. Anybody else? No. Alright, Sumia. Crit didn't matter. We were going to deal 4 damage anyway. And that's how you get level 7 Sumia. Does Charm work while Crom is a backpack? Yeah, in Awakening, in Fates, it doesn't work this way. But in Awakening, the auras do work when you're not on the field. This is another reason why Crom is such an amazing support unit, is because not only is he good as like a backpack, but he also broadcasts a really strong aura while he's a backpack. Charm can often make it so like your 90% hit rates become like 100% hit rates, just by standing within 3 tiles of another unit. The aura on Charm is really far too. It's 3 tiles. It's either 2 or 3. I'll double check just to make sure I don't say something incorrect, but I'm pretty sure it's 3. I'll check that right now. Charm's aura is, yeah, three tiles. So the aura, the radius on Charm is extremely far, and the extra 5 avoid actually helps a lot because dodge tanking is good and viable in Awakening. So an extra 5 avoid always matters, and 5 avoid is more than 5 avoid, because when enemies have less than 50% hit rate, they actually have like a lower than displayed. Like a 30% hit rate is actually like a 25% hit rate. So if you lower the enemy hit chance from 30 to 25, you're not lowering it from 30 to 25, you're lowering it from like 25 to like 17 or something. It's really weird. It's tough to explain what I mean, but 5 avoid is actually worth more than 5 avoid most of the time. I like Lon'qu's dialogue. We're just getting like slight, basically like tonic or like meal bonuses on characters. Getting slight support rank bonuses. We didn't actually get any broken items this time. Thank you, Akihiko, for the cheer. I'm doing my best over here. Okay, Sumiya B rank. This is going to help in the next chapter. It's going to allow us to get dual strikes with our bows against the wyverns. Virion, once again, B rank, dual strikes with our bows against the wyverns. Archers, incredible in Lunatic Plus. Wyverns are so hard to get rid of. The effective damage from the bows just destroys them. Frederick Sully, we should have gotten this C support a while ago. It probably doesn't matter anymore. The Frederick Sully C support would have helped in this chapter. It won't really help moving forward, because we're going to be replacing Sully with Cordelia anyway. Yeah, 2RN. Yeah, it's all about the 2RN. Alright, 2.5 hours. That was a pretty good stream, I would say. We don't need to buy anything. Well, let me check this shop. I'll buy stuff here just in case. Magic and Resistance Tonics. I will buy 2 Resistance Tonics just in case I get into a situation later where I need one. I don't want to have the shop be blocked. I don't think I need any more staves. My heal is already pretty consistent. Let's do an overview of our units. What everyone contributed, what everyone is looking like so far, and what my future plans are. I'm going to adjust my headphones first, which might cause the microphone to sound weird for a second, so bear with me. Alright, sorry about that, especially if it made more noise than I wanted it to. Okay, Crom. We got him into Archer as soon as possible, which is really good. We're trading him to level 10, and from that point on, he's going to be a sniper. He's going to be probably the best support unit in our army for a long time, maybe for the rest of the game. He has Dual Strike Plus by default. He has effective damage against wyverns. He has Charm Aura that he just broadcasts automatically. He's got a high Dual Strike and crit chance because of the Archer class line. We can use him for chip damage repositioning. We can use him to body block enemies who have counter, because archers never get affected by counter because they can't fight at one range. So if we need to body block a choke point, we can use Crom to do that. Archers are also bulky enough that they usually survive, so you can use them to block those choke points. He has, let's say he has to fight an enemy that can double him. He has 47 effective HP. If he only has to fight one enemy that can't double him, he has 37 effective HP. Nothing is dealing 37 damage. There's nothing that can one-shot him, not even with the Luna Plus. Robin is actually a little bit over-leveled. I've been trying not to use them too much because I'm thinking about whether I want to switch them to Myrmidon or not. If I can get them into C-rank swords, I would definitely do it. But I didn't really train their sword rank early on like I was supposed to. So Robin is kind of in a bad position. We might just need to go straight into Grandmaster at this point to salvage this, because we over-leveled, and we also didn't get into the Myrmidon class as early as we could. But as a trade-off, excuse me, as a trade-off, we got Archer Crom instead. You usually have to choose between like Archer Crom, Myrmidon, Robin, Frederick as a flyer. Those are basically your 3 early game choices. I would never recommend using early second seal on Lisa. Okay, so let's talk about Frederick. We don't really need to do anything with this guy anymore. He's just like an unstoppable monster. He will start to fall off later in the run, but for a long time, he's going to be extremely useful. He's going to be very useful in the next chapter. He's going to continue to be useful for a long time. We don't need to change his class. We don't need to use seals on him. All we need to do is just put weapons in his inventory and just let him go to work. Virion, similar to Chrom, very good support unit. He's not as good as Chrom. He doesn't have Dual Strike Plus. He doesn't have Charm. However, just having an additional archer is good. Because he's been in the bow line since the start of the run, we've already got him to C rank in bows, so he can use very powerful bows. He can use a killer bow if we can get one. His forged iron bow has really good damage against wyverns and such. Has a lot of charges. We forged it at the start of the run, still has 20 shots left. Sumia, our goal is to get her to level 10 before the desert map so that we can promote her to Dark Flyer as soon as possible. If you focus train Sumia, you can get Gale Force before Lucina joins, which means that you get 2 units with Gale Force for free. It's very important to do that. If you want to use a Gale Force Lucina, it's very, very smart to train Sumia as soon as possible. Get Gale Force on Sumia, pass it down to Lucina. If you can't do that, it's usually still okay. I actually think Sully is an underrated mother for Lucina. You can build a version of Lucina that does not use Gale Force, and in that case, what Sully can do is pass down like Luna. She also gives access to Luna, Astra, on top of Aether and Rightful King. You have insane proc stacking. It makes her an incredible player phase attacker. However, it is very RNG dependent, and a lot of those skills actually become worse on Lunatic Plus. So I wouldn't recommend that Lucina build on Lunatic Plus, and it's not as good as the Gale Force build anyway, but it's like something you can do. If, like, for example, if you want to do Sumia Frederick, then Sully Chrom is pretty good. All right, let's talk about Lon'qu. He has incredible stats when he joins. He has access to the Levin Sword and the Killing Edge. His combat utility is so good. You can just put him in any lane, and he just fills in the gaps. And you don't really need to worry about him dying as long as you don't leave him in range of too many enemies. And even when you do, like if you get into a situation where you have to leave him in range of multiple enemies, a lot of the times he can dodge or he can crit. He can do things like to bail himself out. And he has a Void plus 10. Sully, we're getting rid of. If you're going to use Sully, you have to invest in her earlier. We did not invest in her early. We didn't invest in her supports. We didn't invest in her levels or weapon ranks. We kind of have just been using her as a filler. This is the point where you would replace Sully with Cordelia, which is what we're doing. Maribelle, staff units are great. Just keep using her as a staff unit. When she gets to level 10, we'll promote her to Valkyrie. She will eventually get access to Dual Support Plus. Very powerful skill in Lunatic Plus mode. Dual Guard is the only way to play around certain skills. And after that, your only other options are usually to crit enemies or to dodge attacks. And Dual Support Plus boosts your chance of dodging and your chance of landing crits. It's just like a no-brainer. So if you compare her up with someone like Frederick, who has Dual Guard Plus, you have a lot of options for Frederick to play around, like counter Luna Plus, even Hawkeye. Like you can play around like Hawkeye Luna Plus setups with a Dual Support Plus pair up and Dual Guard Plus pair up. Very interesting. Lisa, in my opinion, could be the best unit in this entire game. You get her right away so she can start building her staff rank early. She will definitely get to level 10 before you get the first promotion item. You can send her into Sage early, or you can just leave her as a cleric and send her to Sage later. If you just kept her as a cleric using a staff for the entire game, she would still be one of the best units in the game. Then on top of that, she gets access to Rally Speed, Rally Magic. She can eventually get Gale Force later on. She can become an attacker. She's one of the best support units. It's incredible how many things that Lisa can do. She can't fight. She can't enemy phase sweep a bunch of enemies in the early game chapters like Frederick can, but the utility she provides, in my opinion, is equal to the combat value that Frederick provides. These two are the best units in the game, Lisa and Frederick, without a doubt. Vake is viable if you invest in him early on. We did not invest in him early on, so we're going to drop him very soon. I'll probably drop him for Gaius. They can actually, interestingly enough, they can actually fill similar roles. Gaius and Vake both have access to Hero and Fighter, which means what we can do is promote Gaius to either a Trickster, so we have another staff unit, or we can promote him to something like an Adventurer with bows, and then switch him over to Hero and Warrior later on to get stuff like Soul, Rally Strength, to be like an axe bow unit. Axes and bows are the two best weapon types, especially on Lunatic Plus. He gets access to, he can get Axe Fair. I think, I'm not 100% sure about that. I can't remember if he gets Axe Fair or not. I think he does, but I'm not sure. He doesn't get Bow Fair though, unfortunately. Bow Fair would be really good. I don't know if I'll use him, but the benefit of using Gaius as a combat character, even a secondary combat character, is that when you have chests that you need to open, you don't need to send a thief. You just have a combat unit who already has Lock Touch, so that's like kind of good. Panne is good. She's similar to Lon'qu, where she just like joins and she's just like immediately useful at base. Like in that last chapter, she was able to fight 2 enemies on enemy phase against Lunatic Plus, like quality enemies. Like that's unbelievable. I don't know if there will be room on our roster to keep using her, but if we do, she's definitely worth using. She comes with a concoction, so at worst, you get a free concoction. Miriel, we did not train, so we probably can't use her, unfortunately. She's actually very good on Lunatic Plus. Rickon is also good on Lunatic Plus. We did train him a little bit, so we might be, if we can fit Rickon in the next map with an Elwind Tome, he can help us with clearing Wyverns, and that could potentially snowball into him being a good unit later on. The problem with Rickon, as compared to Lisa, is that Lisa starts with staff access, which means she can start building her staff rank and gaining experience without needing to fight. Rickon does not start with staff access. That means he has to fight enemies as a mage with really poor survivability and find a way to get to level 10 before you can promote him and get him access to staffs. That's why I think Lisa is better than Rickon, for example, better than Miriel, for example, because these two need to actually be trained, whereas Lisa just passively gains experience and just becomes better and better and better over time. If you use the right class line with Lisa, she can keep staff access the entire time too. You can go Cleric, Sage, Dark Flyer, and then Falcon Knight, or Falcon Knight and then Dark Flyer. You can do either order. Dark Falcon doesn't keep staff access. What you want to do is Cleric, Sage, and then Falcon Knight. This will allow her to get all of the rally skills while keeping staff access the entire time. She won't get Gale Force anytime soon, maybe never, but it will make her a much better support unit. Or you do Cleric, Sage into Dark Flyer if you want to get Gale Force. She's not the best attacker, but having an extra Gale Force unit does help. We're not going to talk about we're not going to talk about Kellen or Stall because we're just not going to use them in this run. So I feel like I yapped for a long time, but that's basically everything that I have to say. Let's save our game. Got a couple of new players here. Alright, sorry, new viewers here. We're not doing any multiplayer today. Aether, thanks for stopping by. Joel, thanks for stopping by. Akihiko, thanks for stopping by. Brain Control, thanks for being here. I'm glad you made it. QS, thanks for stopping by. I believe this was your first time. I don't think it was Akihiko's first time. I'm pretty sure I've seen you in the chat before. I remember because it's a Persona character, so I remember that. Me, Mike, stopped by today as well. Thanks for being here. Some Oak was here today. Thank you, Mike, for being here. Did anyone else stop by today? Anyone else I want to call out? Anyone else I want to shout out? Doesn't look like it. Thanks to everyone who is here. As per usual, I'm glad we got through that. It was a really fun stream. Pretty bad chapter. Pretty bad. I think I could have played it a little bit better. We had like 3 or 4 attempts fail to misplays, and then like 3 or 4 attempts fail to like bad RNG. So theoretically, we could have cut the time in half. Instead of 2.5 hours, this could have been like 1.5 hour stream. But I am going to go make some food. That's my routine after streaming. If you have not drank any water anytime soon, I recommend you go drink some water. For now, enjoy the rest of your day.